And like I was just like, it happened, and the dudes got up, and I was just like, and then I saw these people across from me because I was sitting at Keys on Killingsworth outside.
Okay. Wait, what happened?
A breakup.
Oh, a breakup.
Public breakup.
They said breakout. I was like a COVID breakout? You witnessed it? Like what kind of weird QAnon stuff are we getting into now? I definitely witnessed a breakout.
I saw
this dude fucking sneezed on another dude.
Alright, we should be good.
Yeah, like so. We'll wait till we're going. And
Yeah, wait until we get some people and shit. The bummer is like, I wish it would tell you in the chat, like how many people were in there. So be on a different screen.
All right.
Hello? Sure. I got no juice.
Oh, because those are plugged into those need to be attached. They're plugged because I used it as a.
Like, can you hook me up?
It needs an adapter. It should be on the table.
Yeah, I saw
Gold adapter. Otherwise, it's in the.
I think I put in. Which one am I in? Does it matter?
No. It's just there's an open. There should be the only open spot. Yeah. Just make sure sound is happening.
Do we think I'm gonna screw this up? Actually, it's not a matter if; it's a matter of when.
Oh, you can bend in the middle like Mikey did.
No, it's just rubbing up against the board behind me. It's not the bend. It's like no matter what. Well, no, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, loosen that and yeah. Though it will want to straighten out as the spring in those things is just so tight.
Oh, we're good. We're good. Sup, lovely people. We're back. Size 10 Studios. It's myself, Terry, and my beautiful partner over here, Mikey. God, I can like barely hear you. That's the only reason I do the show, man, to hear my own voice pumped into my own ears.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
it's oddly enough something very erotic about hearing yourself talk.
It is, right?
Well, we don't all have the dulcet tones of you. You were putting it on. You should do cameos, like, after this fails, but like 3 more ideas. One of them is going to pop off, and then you can do cameos for like $5. And
Mikey from BASKETBOARDS announcing to Size 10 Studios.
yeah, exactly.
There we go. I definitely want to be the guy that, damn, son, where'd you find this?
Did you ever see the shit where they like track that dude down?
Yeah, I did
just
see
like
that.
some
That
voice
shit was
actor.
fucking good.
It's type.
I assumed it was Duke Nukem. It was from the Duke Nukem shit.
Very similar. I think, well, that's the fun thing about voice actors is like they, much like
I fucked it up.
Yes. It wasn't me. I was going to say, actors are good at acting. Voice actors are good at mimicking other voice actors.
I guess that's fair. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah. Like, I mean, there's been plenty of people that could do Bart Simpson. Now there's like that one woman that was Bart Simpson. But, if you're good at your craft, world is your oyster.
Yes.
Speaking about good at your craft,
Devin Booker dropping 45 on the Bulls last night on an efficient 71%.
Listen,
Woo!
I'm glad for his stat line. Flexing on like having a monster game against the Bulls.
I know. It's so
The Bulls are not bad.
it is the most points dropped by a Phoenix Sun on the Bulls in its entire history.
I think that's more of a testament to the state of the Bulls today than really.
I'm gonna take. This
I'm gonna
one.
let Booker have his shine.
Yeah, he did
great,
it.
great player.
We only won by like 8 points, and it took Devin Booker 45
That was
points
the
for
other
us
thing.
to
So
get
I
there.
didn't watch that game, but my understanding was that like it was not like it wasn't a blowout. Like,
it was like 4 points down to like the wire, and then it like came
and then
down.
it just opened up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are tough. I mean, when I say we, I'm now speaking in the executive we as if I'm on the Portland Trailblazers. Played the Pistons blowout. I didn't even watch the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Pistons. You guys should be blowing them out.
Everybody should.
Everyone.
Although,
Suns actually lost to them twice. I think.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because that is kind of like one of the bylines of the NBA is that like on any given night in any given city, any team can beat another team. Like there's times where like the Pistons for whatever reason will beat the Utah Jazz or they will beat like the
Magic just beat the Clippers.
Magic beat the Clippers.
And
what
the
I was going to say
Suns.
is like, so tonight we're going to watch. Tonight's kind of interesting because it's the first time that we've had a night where neither of our preferred teams are playing. We will get back to like regularly scheduled action next week when both the Suns and the Blazers are playing at the same time. So we're going to do channel surfing again next week. But yeah, like give me your quick take on Clippers Nuggets.
Aaron Gordon, greatest rapper alive. Clippers, Kawhi's cool.
Kawhi's super cool.
Kawhi's super cool. I think the Clippers are really a mess, honestly. I think they have a lot of great talent. Ty Lue. That's the coach. I don't know why it sounds weird saying it out loud. I think he's done all right given the pieces he's got, but like Clippers should be a lot better than what they're putting up.
Yeah.
But they could also be pulling the Cavaliers and just being like, we're just coasting to the playoffs, which a lot of teams do. Like it's not a matter of like stomping out every team every game. It's like a matter of like we're getting to the playoffs, we're securing a seed, and then that's when everything comes into fruition. I think that's the Clippers' main game.
I'm gonna look up. So right now, I mean, Clippers are in third. So
I think honestly, Clippers have a stacked team. They should be like first or second.
But here's the problem: they're only 5 games back, or sorry, they're 5 games back, and then you have the Lakers who are 6.5. You have the Nuggets who are gonna watch them face. Like tonight could be a very interesting shakeup for at least the Western Conference standings.
Yeah, Nuggets can move up
because the Nuggets would move up, and the Clippers would potentially move down. No, they wouldn't because Lakers aren't playing today. So they would go to 5.5 behind. Or sorry, 6 behind. Blazers right behind the Nuggets. Like the Western Conference,
it's tight.
That whole like end of like the playoff guarantee, you have Clippers 5 games, Lakers 6.5 games, Nuggets 7 games, Blazers 7 games. And then the Mavs 10.5, but they're in the that's when you get to
the
like 7th seed play-in tournament. Like it's really kind of one of these situations where almost any team in the Western Conference that's not basically not the Jazz. Suns, y'all are looking good.
Yeah, we're
3 games behind. Shit's been popping. I have no doubt that you're going to the playoffs without the play-in. Everybody after that, though, there's no guarantees. Well, I should say this. There's no guarantees about the seeds, right? So you could make the argument that do the Clippers lay off the gas a little bit, knowing that they're likely to get into the playoffs? Maybe. Do they fight for home court advantage, though? Because only the top 4 seeds are going to get home court advantage in those first rounds.
Honestly, I think the Suns should drop to 8 and get the Jazz. I want that smoke. We already beat the Jazz once early.
That would be a
season.
very convoluted path because they would have to drop, go to the play.
We'd have to lose, which would upset me, but it would also please me at the same time.
And you were saying the Suns? Do you want the Suns
to do
this?
No, I don't want the Suns to get into the play-in. Honestly, you don't want to see the Suns in the play-in tournament. We would just destroy. We have Chris Paul. It's Chris Paul's
if last year's bubble performance was indicator, then
exactly. No one wants to see the Suns in that kind of environment. Suns have been doing really well. Nuggets have definitely turned it around. I thought their trade season deadline was like probably one of the better moves.
Picking up JaVale,
brought JaVale back, as I should say. Brought him back, and then also adding Aaron Gordon is just, the SoundCloud alone on that team is just phenomenal.
I know we were talking about it earlier in the week.
Yeah.
I will, at least for the purposes of this evening, seeing as they're not playing, I refuse to acknowledge the fact that Damian Lillard raps. We're going to focus on Aaron Gordon's raps.
So at one, I'll say this. I went to a preseason game, preseason Suns versus Blazers game, and I actually screamed on. It was for whatever reason they're issuing out technicals, the whole arena is silent.
This week has been an interesting week for Tex, but
Yeah.
keep going.
This is preseason 2017, 16. It was a while ago. Whole arena is dead silent, and I just scream at Dame Lillard as he takes his technical free throw. Your mixtape sucked.
And this was in the Moda Center?
In the Moda Center, and people looked at
You're
me,
a
and I
brave
was
man.
like, "Tell me I'm wrong."
Well, and that's what
tell
I was
me
gonna
I'm
say is,
fucking
like,
wrong.
It's one of those things like we don't disagree with what you're saying, we disagree with how you're saying it.
Yeah,
Okay? So it's like, yeah, I don't want to listen to it, but I don't want you to use that as a wedge during a game to try to get into his head. Because, like,
It
let's
was
be honest,
preseason.
I think that Dame knows.
Yeah,
Here's the
he's
biggest.
got to know a little
Here's
bit.
the biggest thing is like the only time that people talk about Dame rapping is in like corporate commercials on television.
Hulu got live sports.
Hulu've got live sports.
By the way, Hulu, pay me.
Yeah,
I brought a lot of stonks up for Cactus Jack last
Oh
week.
my god, are you serious?
I assume that their whole if they upticked it all because of me.
Yeah, nice. Are we talking about that gross drink that you drink?
Yeah.
Shout out to Kevin Dew on Blazers Twitter for buying it. Kevin went on a seltzer spree the other day and got like the Topo Chico,
which I heard are fire.
I heard they're good. Yeah. He got the what is it called? Cactus?
Cacti.
No, cacti. He got the cacti, and hopefully he enjoyed it more than y'all did because you were having a rough.
I would
time
say the
last night.
pineapple was great. I didn't try the strawberry. The lime was disgusting.
That's tough because lime is like the.
I know lime's like the favorite White Claw because it's the only natural
It's
lime.
so like mellow. That should have been the mellow one. I liked the strawberry the most, honestly.
That's what you were saying. I didn't try
Yeah.
the strawberry.
Oh yeah, because there was only one left. Anyway,
And you didn't want to split it.
nope.
You're like, that's my strawberry.
I'm drinking the whole thing. Hey, I want to
Fair.
talk about a skateboard thing.
Okay.
Is it John Whitworth? No. I'm gonna look it up. The guy who released that skate part on Thrasher and did there was like this globe and he like did a bunch of wall ride tricks. Did you see that?
Oh, I know.
I did
We
not.
talked about this earlier. I don't know the guy's name. I know what you're talking about because you.
Just looked it up. I'm gonna show it to you.
Is he Euro?
I'm gonna show it to you.
No, he's like a transition dude.
And
And then he's like, no, but he's kind of like the fun transition dude who like, you know how transition skaters, it's kind of tough because you can't really take it to the streets. Like we're going to be watching Grant Taylor skate park footage for the rest of our lives because a lot of what he does just doesn't really translate real well to like not skate parks.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Yeah, this shit.
Kickflip.
That kickflip's sick.
Yeah, kickflip's nuts. So for those of you at home, we're talking about what's the guy's name?
Jay Wart Jr.
John Worthington.
John Worthington, and it's the dystopia part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you hit up Thrasher. Shout out to my man Ted S. Check the junk drawer, pull up the part, and it's cool. Like, it's interesting to see because there's been a couple. I mean, that was kind of like Bob Burnquist's lane for a minute. Like, he would go on trips and
Yeah.
skate street, and didn't really do it that great. But
It's just this one just blew my mind.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
kick wall ride kickflip's pretty sick.
like
Yeah.
in the middle of the wall ride.
we were
Yeah.
talking about that today. We were just getting, and we can talk about this a little later. We were getting into the whole concept of like, I don't know if you caught me going off about ABDs this week and how people. I'm glad that there's like a conversation about like the relevance of a ABD mentality in 2021.
Yeah. It only matters if you're like really pro.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we said. It's like if you're like Nyjah, it's like maybe don't go do that trick. But if
Let's
you're
use
just-
someone else though.
I think actually I didn't say this to you before, and maybe this is my rule of thumb. It's like you can. It's
Tony Hawk.
This is gonna be tough. I don't know if it's gonna track correctly. Like you can punch up, right? So if someone wants to go, if like some am wants to go do a trick that Nyjah did, I think that's allowed.
Mhm.
Now, if Nyjah's going to do, can we pick who's another?
Sorry,
just name
I just-
any other skater.
Bob Burnquist.
Bob Burnquist. If Bob Burnquist decides that he wants to go kickflip El Toro,
Yeah.
I think I would absolutely allow it.
Yeah.
that's a terrible example.
That was
If
not a great
Chris Jocelyn wanted to go,
He's
No, no.
anti-vax.
no, hold on. But Chris Jocelyn is like the stair wizard, right?
Yeah.
If Chris Jocelyn, instead of that French dude, went and 3-flipped Wallenberg, I'd be like, hey, Chris Jocelyn, go fuck yourself. because that's not difficult.
Are you talking about the Karuma guy?
I'm talking. I want to say his name's Aaron, but it's like the French version of
Yeah,
Aaron.
yeah. I saw that 3 flip. We don't allow yo flips in the world.
It was absolutely yo'd the fuck out.
yo the fuck out.
I you know what? And it's interesting. I was going to set up parameters in which I think like ABD should be honored, but the more that I think about it, the more that I don't care, because he went and yo flipped the like Wallenberg, which is like a really, like if you were whoever it is now that's in control of that drop in, and someone pulled up and they're like, yeah, I'm going to 3 flip the shit. Like maybe he got other clips. I can't imagine he went there to do that trick.
No, you gotta try other shit.
They didn't
'Cause
pull the
someone's
ramp
already
out.
done it.
Right. Now, that being said, I think that like him filming it and putting that footage out is fine.
Yeah.
If
It's
he
just-
made it now, if he made it like his ender, I'd be like, yo, you're cooking it up right now.
Yeah, but it's like a straight to Instagram clip.
Yeah.
That's
oh,
fine.
put that shit on the line, because if I don't know anything about that dude. Like,
What do you mean by yo flip? Sorry.
Yo flip is when you do
front foot catch.
It's when you catch
Oh, like super.
super like
Oh, okay. Yeah.
like it's like the equivalent of trying to Jordan in skateboarding. I
Okay,
would
it's
say.
like an Air Jordan.
Especially on like fucking tray flips.
Dude, you remember like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
that whole like Grenier Scotty Arnold. I'm name dropping snowboarders on the skate podcast right now.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know who the
They
fuck
got
you're
super
saying.
into.
We actually know them personally.
Yeah, but there was an era where like, and this was in skateboarding too. The front foot catch was like
It's
the
huge.
soup du jour,
2012 was a weird year.
and everybody just wanted to do like the stanky leg with their back foot.
It's because everyone just got HD and could do like super fucking 60 frames a second
Yeah.
slow-mo shit.
Slow-mo.
And I even had a Sony FX1 at one
I-
point, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing with this
I
camera?
have a stanky leg tray flip up a step up in a video.
Yeah,
part
what was
thing.
that song with the stinky leg?
It's called stanky,
Stanky
leg.
leg. Is the name of the What was that song with the whip it?
What was that song with the whipping in the nay-nay?
with the nay-nay?
Oh yeah, whipping in the nay-nay. Totally. Fucking idiot I am.
What's that song about watching me whip it and watching
Stanky
me
leg was a
nay-nay?
tight song.
Whip your hair. My hair. By
What's that
Willow
song
Smith.
about whipping your hair back and forth?
Oh god. I'm not the okay, like every once in a while I stay pretty cray, but some things are just like it's so in front of you, you're like, I disregard everything about this shit.
Yeah, like this Frenchy guy that we were talking
Like
about.
this French guy. I don't know. Air Jean.
So, and it was also, well,
Air Jean tray flip.
I would love to see.
I
Hear it.
I tray flip Wallenberg and then I have a baguette. I'm really bad at that.
Stupid Americans.
Stupid American.
What do you think about? I'm playing jazz over here. How do you feel about if they did like a kickflip contest at Wallenberg?
That'd be sick.
Everybody has
That'd
to
be so
just
sick.
do kickflips.
Because then you would get there would definitely be the best one. Like
Like
Renault
some
like
tweaked, like
I
like,
mean,
it'd
you
be
could
like-
do
it
a
would-
bunch
yeah.
of different, like you could have your approach.
Variations.
You could be the person who's going to kickflip and like
because
lizard
some
king the
some
last
kids
step.
definitely gonna mob it and just like
Yeah.
get it, but it's like, did you really?
someone's gonna like quad flip
Hold on.
it.
When I say that we're gonna have a when I say we're gonna have a kickflip contest on Wallenberg, I'm not talking about like skate park heroes pulling
Yeah.
up. Like I want this to be like the Buster Bale,
Yeah,
but with a limited palette.
only one trick.
This is like the equivalent of like getting a bunch of guitar players together and handing them all acoustic
You know what's
guitars.
funny? If it wasn't for that Buster Bale thing, at Ed Benedict, I used to nollie and bonk the last stair at the Big Three. The Big
blocks,
Three. I
yeah.
used to. For whatever reason, I thought it was cool, so I'd nollie and then bonk the last stair.
That is cool.
I mean, that's cool,
I wouldn't
I like
do
to
it
slap
now.
My tail on everything.
dude. When
Yeah,
when
it's
Lizard did the fucking disaster on the last step of Wallenberg, it was insane.
I guess it was a nollie disaster.
It was like I remember watching that footage. I was like, that motherfucker's crazy.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, like the. What else? Maybe it's like maybe you got to mix it up a little bit.
I like kickflip contests. That would
I
be
thi-
a cool
here's the thing,
contest.
Shout
though.
out
Like,
Matt
do
Price and Brimley Skateboards, the fastest kickflip contest at the Wedge. That was a sick one.
I
that-
think a kickflip contest at the Ed Benedict down that 3 would be really cool.
But I think you have to mix it up because here's like much like in a regular contest, you have
Yeah.
like
That's true.
first, second, and third, best trick, worst fall, like all that shit, and it's just like okay, cool. We're gonna have best shove it, and like it can be front side, back side, 360,
Yeah.
720. We don't give a shit. Like it's got to be a shove it, and like do we allow for body rotations? Can you do like a big spin? Or are we going to say, nope, just straight take off? And you can do it switch if you want. Sure,
I just
whatever.
want to see someone trying to do a 1080 shove.
Oh my god.
Someone, that's
Like a
like
10.
Midler could do it, probably. I
I
don't
feel
know.
that's a Shane O'Neill.
No flip though. Like
Yeah,
somehow
that's
get
why I
it to
feel
no
like it's a
flip.
Shane O'Neill. Although like 90% of the shit I see from Shane O'Neill is all skate park footage, so it really
Yeah.
doesn't exist.
He's like a super techie guy.
He's
Here's
super
the thing.
techie.
Here's the hot take that nobody wants to admit. Josh Kalis, for all intents and purposes, was a skate park skater
Yeah.
in the 90s.
Yeah.
He skated skate park features that were in plazas that
Yeah.
like, if you want to get on that high and mighty shit and you're like, yo, fucking Pulaski's basically a skate park. Like,
I mean, Love Park was too.
yeah. Now, I don't want to take away from Kalis because
No,
obviously he's not a skate park skater, but the question is like, what's the difference between that and skating at Benedict all the time?
I think the difference is that was built with the intention of not skateboarding, and they made it skatable. Ed Benedict was built with the intention for skateboarding. That's what makes a difference. And then I also want to assume like
But it's
the
hard
whole
to
like
skate
launch.
now.
I know it's hard to skate now, but
It's
the
falling
the
apart.
launch ramp with the over the
trash
can, like that's not a feature he brought to do the trash can. That's
Mhm.
like he made it. They
I can
made do
appreciate
with
the
it.
purist angle.
Yeah.
But
If you're it's the same thing as Esplanade in Portland, like all that shit, like no one's bringing shit there. We're skating what's there, so it's
Sure.
technically street skating, but like there's a lot of stuff that's borderline skate parky.
maybe, and I guess this is like almost a thing that like we're not gonna come to like a conclusive answer, but I guess I don't even know what the point is that I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make is I don't know what the fuck is going on with this game. Nationally broadcasted game, and it's not like the one before it ran long. How many do you got like deep knowledge of the benches for the Clippers and the Nuggets? Because I do not.
Well, I know the Clippers just traded away. They traded away Lou Williams for Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo is now
are
a Clippers.
looking for that Rondo playoff. We talked about this last week a little bit. The Rondo
Playoff
playoff
Rondo.
effect.
Yeah,
You know.
Rondo's great in series.
Speak of the devil. Here he is.
But I don't think he's a full season player, which is like where I kind of fall
I don't
into
think
the
he's
thing.
going to get full season play. I think so. If I was to be very generous to the Clippers right now, I think the move is you get him in, you work him into the rotation.
Mhm.
You don't give him a ton of
Well,
minutes.
Reggie Jackson shouldn't be a starter. I don't think Reggie Jackson is all that great.
Yeah.
Like he's their starter because he's young and can run.
I forgot about Paul George, the biggest hater in the league.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's still Kevin Durant, but Paul George.
Yeah,
is
Kevin
like,
Durant's got like fucking.
Oh my.
Oh,
God.
did you see the DMs go
I-
public? Which Michael Rappaport, go fuck yourself.
I didn't read any of that shit. You want to know why? Because both of those guys
They're just screaming. In
I
the
find
air.
just incredibly crushing to my like psyche. Michael Rappaport is an absolute shithead,
Yeah.
and
Who says like some things that like make sense and go viral, and you're like, yeah, that's general knowledge.
the thing with Mike Rappaport. Okay, we got tip off. Nuggets take first possession. Here we go.
no Clippers.
Oh yeah, sorry, I got mixed up. I thought those were like the Nuggets, the pickaxe jerseys. Anyway, sorry. Clippers had it first. Brick, nothing. Nuggets wearing the road whites, which you don't. I thought that was always a home jersey thing.
They pick their jerseys now, because they have like 7 jerseys.
Yeah, because there's so many to pick from. Which
Why are they just like why is everyone just wearing random jerseys now all the time?
I don't know. I don't know where it got lost that the home team has to wear white. Maybe because I feel like sometimes home teams don't want to wear white, so maybe the home team dictates what colors.
I mean, I can tell you the answer right now. It's a very simple one.
What?
The league wants to sell more jerseys, so they produce more jerseys. End
Oh,
of
yeah.
story. That's it. Like
To make up for tickets.
No,
Yeah,
no,
loss.
just to make more money, dude. I guarantee you.
Just to make more money.
When they
Okay,
start
cool.
selling tickets again, they're still going to have 6 different Blazers jerseys that you can select from.
I mean, I
guess,
almost buy a jersey every year now.
and so here's the thing: if you owned the home, the away, and the alternate, are you going to buy a 4th jersey of a different player, knowing that you have functionally the same exact jersey in your closet at home?
Yes.
You're a psycho.
I mean, my roommates got me that fucking Valley jersey. I just want the NBA Suns bring back the Starburst. Bring this back. The sunburst. Bring
Well,
it back.
And this is how they used to address that
Bring
issue.
it back.
The old alternates, and the other thing that's important to highlight is when we talk about like there being a ton of jerseys out. Back in the day, they had home, away, alternate, swingman. You remember when swingman jerseys were a thing?
Yeah.
That's the difference. Is they traded out the swingman jerseys for all of like the new like city edition, earned edition.
Earned was like that was this year. That's
right.
This is the first year.
I could make an argument that the earned edition was a way to recoup lost revenue, but
I would agree with
here's
that.
here's the counter to that is any revenue that's lost as a result of COVID likely should be offset by an increase in advertising revenue.
Yes.
The only people that are really feeling the pinch, in theory, would be the arenas, which, oh wow, what in the world just happened there?
Michael Porter Jr. just throwing it away to Marcus Morris.
They are.
How are they
floor
blowing
right now.
that fucking?
Wow.
And wow, this is an ugly ass game so far.
If y'all want to tune in,
Hey, buckets.
NBABite.com.
By the way, we got a
Oh, yeah.
co-host today.
Licking the mic.
The special guest,
Special guest.
Bucket the dog.
We got buckets. The dog.
Buckets actually is a tight name for
He's
a basketball fan dog.
Yeah, he is super cute. He's built like a tank. And
Old Bucket.
loves bones.
Yeah, he's in the building.
Long walks, pooping in public, and the occasional nap in the sun.
Sounds like I got a lot in common with my man over here. Yeah, no, I was saying if you don't feel like paying for League Pass,
buffstreams.com.
well, does that actually work, Buff Streams? Because Buff Streams is like always where I go to from NBABite.com.
I don't know. I go to streameast.live.
Streameast.live. I used to be a big fan of Front Row Sports. That shit sucks now, though.
A lot of
I
shit
will
sucks.
warn you that if you have small children in the house or delicate sensibilities, you might see some things at NBABite.com or one of the many streams that you will find there that rustle your jimmies, as the kids on the internet
I'm just
would
waiting
say.
for someone to crack Pornhub so that they can start illegally streaming games onto that.
Oh, dude. Remember
Which, by the way, Pornhub, bring back skate videos on Pornhub.com.
Wait,
That's
there was?
gonna be
So-
our website is
I-
bring back skate videos on Pornhub.com.
there was a real solid like year to 2 year period where the move, if you wanted to like,
the mother video.
yeah, the mother video was on there, but like new videos would come out and then people would upload them to Pornhub because they would get taken down way slower than if you put them on any other
Here's the
site.
thing. Here's the thing. The reason why I went to Pornhub was because Pornhub has an excellent quality upload
So
for
you can
video.
watch 1080.
You could
like
do like full
4K.
Yeah, you could do full 4K on Pornhub for free. That's why people went to it, because you didn't lose quality of the
Dude,
video.
You're identifying a thing that like, and this is, I know that there's actual smart, intelligent people that have done research on this. There's this whole like theory, maybe theory is the wrong word. This idea that like the majority of a lot of audio video development over the last 20 years and internet shit is a result, like the tip of the spear is porn.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Because that's the only thing that's pushing the fucking meter on video and all that shit in the like people only want porn.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all they want.
Well, no, it's an industry that is quick to adopt new technology and
Yes.
like is always looking for a reason. Because I think the other thing, and we're not going to go off on a huge porn tangent right now after I say get the small kids out of the room, but they're always trying to find a reason to get people to buy more, right?
Yeah.
So like you got like dusty old magazines that you found in the woods. Well, guess what? Now we got VHS tapes. You got
Wait, were you finding the magazines in the woods? Is that what you told me that one time?
that's like a trope. That's like a meme. Is like you go
Yeah,
out to the
you found-
woods, and then like when you become older, you have to just go like dispose of like porn magazines in the woods, and it's like paying it forward.
Yeah.
I don't like talking about this because it's just really like on that line of you're like slight deviation. And it gets super creepy.
My first porno mag I found in an alley by the trash can. So
I don't know if that's better, worse, or about the same than the woods.
I mean, I was in the suburbs of Arizona, so that's
Not a lot of
basically the
woods,
woods.
yeah.
That is the
that
woods.
is- the alleys are the woods.
I
We
grew up
had
in
we had some
Pennsylvania,
comments, but we're a little further.
Wait, what did the comments say?
And then they were like, "All right, y'all are talking sports. I'm out."
Oh shit! It's Big Tom.
Tom?
Industry cat. He's just going off. Yeah. talking about the Brody part, LMAO. See, I'm an influencer out here. I got the young kids to say LMAO, and I'm so glad we're.
By the
past
way, underrated band, LFMAO.
that. I don't know why Tom doesn't
Highly
just like
underrated.
text me if I don't see his comments. I need to get him on the horn. One of these days, I'm gonna plug in the ability to Skype people in.
I think I would love to have a guest Skyper.
We could.
I mean, I'm assuming the porn.
I have the
I
capabilities.
feel like the
of doing it.
porn industry has made it possible to where we can have somebody Skype in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we did just audio, it would make it easier. But we could also plug into just have them on your computer screen.
Yeah.
We'll get some guests in here soon. Well, and hopefully y'all motherfuckers are getting your shots.
Yeah.
And if you didn't get your shot yet, and you're like, I'm gonna wait. I'm not. Fuck it.
Get your shot.
They don't ask. You don't gotta tell. Go get your shot. If you live in the Portland metro area and you want the plug, DM me. My DMs are open. I'll hook you up. Go get vaccinated. Anyway, after that, I know again, call back to the big homie Kevin. He's ready to rip. He wants to get on the show. We might have to find another venue though, because he hits the gym, dude.
Kevin.
Me and you, we're like this.
I
He's like
I recently hit the gym as of last night.
gym rat.
I got buckets.
Oh,
I got buckets.
You were hooping.
I went and I heard the gym and opened up limited capacity to have the basketball gym. So I went and renewed my membership.
Where?
And 24-hour.
Which one?
I went to the Hollywood one.
I was gonna say let's get Mikey to dox himself here. If you want to go,
I went to the Hollywood location on Halsey and 41st in Portland, Oregon. 97216.
hold on. 24-hour fitness in Hollywood?
It's right by the medical center, across the street
Oh.
from Trader Jose's.
Yeah, I don't really get down there too much. I know what you're talking about,
I only went there because you can see the gym, you can see the windows into the basketball court more specifically from the freeway. I was driving home the other night and I saw one person in there, and I was like, "Yo!" Like I haven't seen it. Usually the lights are off.
Yeah.
They've not been on the entire time, and I used to play pickup games probably 3 to 4 times a week. So seeing that one person, I was like, "Okay, game on." So I waited a few days, and I went in there last night. There's one other person for a little bit. We were both wearing masks. He was on one side of the court. I was on the other side of the court.
So y'all were just shooting around.
Just shooting around, yeah. They're not allowing 1-on-1, 21, 35.
Horse? Can you play horse?
If you have your different balls, I'm assuming. I don't know. I
makes
didn't say
sense.
that, but they're basically saying no group setting or games.
Do they have like a hall monitor?
I didn't see anyone.
Hmm.
I think it's mostly for show. It's like, we'll put up the sign that says you can't do this, but
That's
if you do
that's
it,
what I'm
it's
kind of
like-
getting to is Lord knows I've had my fair share of rules that were in spirit really
Yeah.
more than reality.
I mean, the kids that were working were 18, 19,
That's
max.
how skateboarding operates.
Yeah.
to a certain extent.
I stopped skating because in October I went to a spot, Magic 5, downtown Portland. and-
we might have some Magic 5 merch coming out soon.
Yeah, well, I went there and there was about 60 people there, all not wearing masks,
Well, because this is a skate park.
and it's all outside. And I was the only one wearing a mask while skating. Got super freaked out, kept my mask on, and then eventually just watched people put their masks on to film, which I thought was counterintuitive.
That is interesting.
Yeah,
That's
by the
so
way,
classic
Mm.
Portland.
if you want the
don't
smoke
no.
on Portland, I could tell you exactly who it is off air.
Fucking
But
no
I
one's
thought it
watching
was
this shit.
I just thought it was funny. I was watching my friends and other people sit, smoke weed, pretty much skate park, all small groups, all around different people, close proximity, and then eventually saw someone go, "Oh yeah, I want to film." Put on my mask, and I was like, "That's fucking dumb, dude." That makes no sense to film with a mask.
I'm
on.
torn. I'm real torn.
I get the perception, you want to perceive yourself as doing that, but I literally just saw you smoking a joint with your friend down the street.
But is this a question about exhibiting good behavior when the camera's on?
Oh yeah, totally.
So, because I think the thing that I'm torn on is, at the end of the day, if you're not there, all you see is people skating in mass, which I think we could all agree is a good thing.
I will say that is a good thing. Yes.
But they are kind of like faking the funk on a nasty dunk.
Yeah.
Like-
exactly. It's like the dunk contest.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, you have all these many tries to try this dunk. One's gonna look good.
What was the coolest thing you saw happen at Magic 5 the other day? Besides weed smoking.
It was this kid heel flip varialed the 5,
Okay.
which I didn't think he had it in him. Took him a long time.
You are airing people out right now. God damn, I hope
Well,
he's not watching.
he was a kid. He was like he was young. He was super young. He was hucking for a while. I didn't think he'd get it.
How
He
many
got
tries?
one. Oh, like an hour.
Ooh.
So like more than I'd care to count.
That's one of the things that like bums me out. I've definitely gotten to the point where I'm like, learning tricks is a lot. I don't know that I could try to jump down steps for an hour.
yeah, I'm not 14 anymore.
Yeah. Maybe it's just a youth thing. Yeah, that shit just boggles my mind. Speaking of boggling my mind, Clippers are just like not particularly interested in playing a whole lot of basketball right now. We got 25-14.
This is like if you're getting into seeding, like this is a game you want to win.
Yeah, it's funny because this game has just been bad.
And
so
as of
far.
right now, that's the team you're going to see in the playoffs.
Every time I like actually start playing or like tuning in, it's just like turnover.
Maybe we could turn on the Aaron Gordon mixtape.
Ugh.
He's hungry.
I've never listened to Aaron Gordon song.
I listened to like 30 seconds thanks to Kevin Dew and wasn't upset by it, but I was definitely laughing at it.
Yeah.
Like
What's he talk about?
he was mad that he didn't get a perfect score from Dwayne Wade. So he's
Wait,
dissing Dwayne
okay,
Wade.
I know exactly about this.
But it's like, how
Yeah.
are you gonna diss an first ballot Hall of
I'm
Famer
glad we're talking about this.
when you're like you have not done shit in your career? You play for the Magic.
Brody, he is pulling the like, yeah, I'm not mad, because he changed his number to 50.
I'm just
you know that too,
disappointed.
right?
Yeah, I saw that.
Changed his number to 50. Did you hear about the documentary?
I didn't hear about the documentary.
He had a documentary made about him and how upsetting it is that he didn't win a dunk contest yet. It's fucking insane.
Did he enter the last one?
What's the name of this documentary?
I would have to look
It's called
it up.
I'm a Sore Loser, and I changed my number to 50 because I'm a big baby. Wah, 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 wah. Bang,
Oh,
bang. And then bang,
Yo,
bang.
shout out to Al Brown in the stream. He's saying Magic 5 secrets out. I don't know that that's a secret.
Yeah, it's not a secret. I mean, if you're in Portland and you skate, you see it.
That's like it's the one place that people from out of town pull up and they're not like, hey, where's that really shitty DIY or the other really shitty DIY or that other shitty DIY
or Esplanade.
Yeah, or Esplanade. But like Magic 5 is just, I mean, people get clips there. Fucking what's his name?
Sebo's been getting clips. Tyler Bledsoe's been getting clips.
Like post glasses, like he lights that place up. I mean,
it's not an easy place to skate. Mark Sushu, the double set 5-0.
Silas has got a bunch of tricks there too.
Silas
Hasn't he?
got a bunch of tricks
Yo,
there.
where's that? Isn't that right in the same zone as that back tail that he had in the ad that was running on Thrasher for a minute?
Silas?
You know what I'm talking about? He had like this really sick back tail, like really long one, and I had a couple months ago, and it looked like downtown Portland.
Can't think of it, but wouldn't doubt it. Silas
should-
has, I mean, a couple months, like he hasn't been traveling. It's funny is like I will say, and I only and like again perception. I think Silas is one of the only people I've seen skate in a mask like completely.
Yeah, I can see that.
I feel like he takes it very well. I think his wife has like some health issues, and like I'm assuming he takes it very seriously.
Yeah, I'm so torn on the mask while skating thing. Like I
It's
think
hard.
Like,
I do it.
no, I don't mean I'm torn. Like, well, I mean, we skated with masks on. Like
Yeah.
when
I did
Da
a
Vinci
lot
shit was
masks on.
popping, like I pulled up and I was like, I'm wearing a mask. I'm not going to take this shit off. Like, whatever. But the difference was it was popping at Da Vinci that day.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. If I'm at Da Vinci with the homies and there's like 6 of us, I'm not standing close to them. I'm not. But like, am I going to wear a mask the whole time?
Probably not. No,
I don't
wouldn't.
know. I think it would depend on a lot of things.
I think it depends on like one, if I know my friends, because I feel like my skater friends, like one of the first weeks I ever had with COVID and running into them when I was biking around, I was like, "Oh yeah, you taking this seriously?" And they giggled and said, "Nah."
They're like, nah, bro.
They went, "Nah, dude, I'm just doing whatever." And I was like, "That's kind of not funny." And that's
Hold on.
and those
How,
people
are we talking like first week of March?
like March last year,
Yeah.
like when everyone was supposed to be scared.
I'm like, because I remember.
I mean, I had a friend post a clip from the skate park, like up in where the fires were like 100% happening and everything was evacuated. And he posts a clip of him skating the park. I was like, where's that skate park? It was like in the middle of the fires. Like I looked it up and I was like, I could see the heat map and I was like, that zone is evacuated. What are you doing right now?
Bro, I'm getting fucking clips, and they're fire clips too.
I gotta go.
I'm sorry, I don't laugh like that. No, it's just like I don't know. I feel it's all within everyone's discretion and comfortability. Like there are some of my homies that I know take it seriously and are safe, and like if like it's one, it always has to be open air. Like I'm not going into an indoor skate park at all, and if I am going into an indoor skate park, I'm wearing a mask the entire time, not taking it off. But if it's like me and my homies and we're like staying far away, we're open air, stuff like that, like my mask probably is going to come off like pretty regularly or like when I need air. That being said, I've also only eaten in one restaurant the entire time. I just ate at a patio, and like
Speaking
that's all
of which,
I'm comfortable with.
I'm glad you brought this up. First off, you went to the place that low key I had a lot of hate for. It's called Keys. It's on Killingsworth.
Yes.
And I had a lot of hate for that place because it was this super cool old building that was like a key cutting place.
Yeah.
And it was like, because what is it now? What kind of food? It's a bar, right?
It's a bar. It's
they
bar.
did like the classic like.
I think it's the people that own the radio room on
Okay.
Alberta.
I don't know if I like that. Better, worse, or about the same. I got beef with Radio Room. Actually, I got beef with all the people that used to go to the Radio Room when I used to live by the Radio Room.
That's fair.
It was definitely like the Chad bar on Alberta when Alberta was still kind of cool. But yeah, Keys was like, I was like, damn, what are they going to put in there? I hope it's not whack. And then I will say this. I think part of my like disdain with Keys is that they probably are doing exactly what I would do if I had an opportunity to open something there. Yeah. And this is, I think I alluded to this on like an earlier stream, but like if you made a copy of me and had it walk the opposite way down the street from like me and you walking, I'd be like, yo, Mikey, look at this fucking dickhead over here. And like, so when I see people doing the same exact shit that I think I would do, I'm like, you fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll talk to my therapist about it.
Homie Keanu works there.
What'd you get to eat?
I got the chicken sandwich and
Chicken
some
sandwich?
curly fries.
How was it? 1 to 5?
4.
4?
No, actually 1 to 5, 3.
Okay.
It was
one to the Popeye sandwich.
1 to the Popeye
I'm
sandwich.
kidding.
Not there, dude. The Popeye sandwich just like destroyed me.
Popeye
No,
sandwich is good.
but it was good. It just was like underwhelming and undersized for what I paid for.
Sounds like food in Portland.
Yeah, food in Portland. The flavor was great. I just wanted more.
Mm-hmm.
And then I left and I was like, man, I might go get that chicken sandwich from McDonald's on my way over.
I'm curious.
But drinks were fine. It seemed like a pretty cool bar. It had a turntable and a bunch of vinyl when you walk in, so it's set up to like have a cool vibe in there. But
That's like what's the ramen place on Water Ave? That's not Boki Bowl.
Noranico.
Yeah, they have the same.
They're not there
deal.
anymore.
They had that shit. I remember walking in and they had like a fucking turntable behind the counter with like some records. And as a person who used to DJ a whole lot, can we stop with that shit? Like we don't need to do that.
Unless you have a Little John on vinyl, I don't want you to DJ. I'm gonna be honest.
It's
if you
not
don't have
even a DJ
LFMAO,
thing. It's like, yo, just save yourself the trouble, man. No one's impressed by you being like, hey, hold on, I need to stop taking your order right now so I can go flip this record. And like
the records weren't being played when I was in there. Like they're definitely like rocking like iPod or whatever. Like
well,
just,
so
like,
and maybe that's why I'm just like, yo, quit this shit, because like at that point it's decoration.
it was a whole wall. I will say, like it was definitely like that was the decoration. Was the DJ booth was kind of like front and center.
So
But-
end of the first quarter. Sorry to interrupt.
And in the first quarter, we got 31-20.
31-20 Nuggets, which
I kind of put Nuggets up by like 15, game winning.
I'm sorry, you say they're going to win by
They're
15?
going to win by 15.
You're fucking high.
No
they
way.
are I think they're a 1.5 point favorite right now.
No, they're going to win by 15.
I mean, I'd be stoked because, like I said, PG is a hater.
Jokic is the MVP in my eyes.
You know what, though? And actually, I'm glad you brought that up. I hope they don't win. As a matter of fact, I hope they lose. I hope Paul George has a spectacular game, specifically because I want Damian Lillard to be the MVP of the National Basketball League.
I
National
think Dame
Basketball
is putting
Association.
up a great year. I don't think he is gotten in the conversation.
Whoa, hold on.
No, he's deserving of being in the conversation. That's I know what you're thinking. I would say Damian Lillard is deserving to be in the MVP conversation.
Where do you put him? Like, where is he? for you?
Top 4.
Top 4, I think, is a fair assessment. Who else is in the top 4 for you?
Jokic,
Fair.
Damian Lillard.
Mhm.
These are not ordered.
Yeah.
Always LeBron James, honestly.
He's injured and might miss a substantial part of the season.
But like his season, so up to this point, he's been putting up MVP numbers and leading a fucking trash ass Lakers team to a great run, with or without AD. And then 4, I'm just gonna throw in wild card. I'm gonna say Devin Booker.
Okay, sure, Homer.
Okay, definitely. I want to say Chris Paul but Chris Paul has been instrumental to the turnaround
Homer.
of the Suns. But that's valid.
We're talking about the most valuable
Oh, yeah.
player
Okay,
in
fine then.
the league.
Okay, fine then. James Harden, top 4.
I should have let you sit with Booker
Yeah.
and or CP.
Jokic.
Here's the deal.
I know we talked about this on the first one.
I know, and I'm going to reiterate. So as far as, because the change from last time, because correct me if I'm wrong. Oh no, the game we watched last week, the Lakers game, was after LeBron got hurt.
Yeah.
I personally think that if he's out for more than 3 weeks,
They're going to drop out of the playoffs and be in the play-in.
no, I don't think that's the case.
They're going to drop.
They just got Andre Drummond.
Yeah, but Andre Drummond's already hurt.
That's true. Yeah. Well, he hurt his big toe. He's going to be out for like maybe a game.
I'm hoping for more.
So what I'm getting to is that the Lakers, up until about 3 or 4 weeks ago, they were playing asshole basketball. And when I say asshole basketball, I mean they just didn't play for 3 quarters. And then they would like turn things on in the 4th. And it's just like, as a person who wants to watch a basketball game, I don't want to watch it played like that.
Yeah, I don't want to watch teams coast.
Okay, now, with that in mind, I'm going to keep that same fucking energy right now, and I'm going to say that James Harden should be out of at least the top 3 conversation for
I put him at
MVP.
4. Well, I put him no.
Yeah, they were not ranked. I don't think that James Harden has a legitimate claim. Now, if he goes off for the rest of the season, like if he averages a triple-double for the rest of the season, I think that there's going to be a compelling case. But the shit that he pulled in Houston is like inadmissible to an MVP conversation. I don't think that you get to sandbag like that to force a trade and then still be considered in the running for MVP.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
that is not indicative
he-
of the most valuable player in the league, to throw a hissy fit and to tank your team, basically, to force their hand.
I'll agree, because the Rockets at the beginning of the season did have like decent pieces to actually like compete.
The thing about the Rockets was that they would make it to the play-in. They would potentially make it to the playoffs, but it wasn't James Harden is James Harden, and he wants, like, being like the 6th seed is not acceptable to James Harden.
Yeah.
So he's going to move on. And you know what? I know that there was like beef with like the front office, and there's this whole thing, whatever. I know that like when Westbrook got cut loose, like Harden might have been bummed that he didn't get out first. But I mean, fuck, look at what Westbrook's doing now. Like, maybe it's for the best.
By the way, if you don't like Russell Westbrook, you don't like basketball.
I could see people. I think I personally love Westbrook because, and I've said this before, he's the villain of the league. He's the guy that you love to hate.
Yeah.
But
I love him.
But he's not, like, the difference between Westbrook Westbrook being the villain and like KD being the villain is that Russell
DMs.
No, Russell Westbrook's villainry, however that word works, is more of like, no, he's super powerful. Like he's got it. KD is just like a really annoying kid
He's finesse.
who grew up and got good at basketball. Like smarmy.
Grew up and got
Smug.
6'11".
Yeah. Anyway.
I think okay, so I don't Russell Westbrook is the type of player, if he's on your team. Ooh, thank you. By the way, we're sponsored by Bearskin.
Yeah, that's right. If you need some new undies.
Put your package in some bearskin. Also, Coors Light. I'm drinking.
Light beer for Denver game, right?
Yeah.
I'm wearing bearskins right now. Blueberry.
I will say though, Westbrook's the type of player, if he's on your team, you fall in love with him. And I will say, as that coming from somebody that hated Chris Paul up until this season, I fucking hated Chris Paul, and now he's on my team, and I'm like, it's really hard to hate him when he's on your team.
How did you hate Chris Paul?
He just is whiny. He's super whiny. He always like argues calls, which
yeah, but
I
we
will
discussed
say
this last week. Everybody in the league does that.
everybody does it. I feel like Chris Paul being CPA president was just like a little bit out of hand at times, especially when he was in LA. When he went to OKC, kind of mellowed out, got out of the limelight, still an all-star year, led a very deconstructed Oklahoma City team to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And then now with the Suns, I feel like he's doing the exact same thing he did with OKC, little bit quiet, not getting the limelight. I feel like LA puts such a weird limelight on any type of basketball career. It's really hard to like, you don't miss a lot of like the whininess because they're, it's like the Suns went from having one game on national television broadcast the entire season to having like 13.
Sure.
So there's obviously star power in that. So when you're in LA, obviously those teams get so many, and they're all competitive.
They got a lot of eyes on them.
A lot of eyes on them, a lot of media on them.
I think the sun is setting on the Clippers though. I honestly think that like if they cannot put together a really strong team in the next couple of years, they're gonna be going back to like, you remember the just trash era Clippers?
Oh yeah,
Like it wasn't until
late 90s.
Yeah, I mean, the Clippers were like a joke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're named after a boat. Shit's whack.
Yeah.
But
For what?
a
A
boat.
boat, because they're from San Diego.
Yeah. I called this out the other day, and I pray to God I'm wrong. Very quick detour. If there's an expansion and if San Diego gets a team, I swear to God I'm gonna find Adam Silver and I'm gonna fucking slap him on his
Seattle.
bald head.
Seattle should be the next team.
I agree 100%. This is what I was saying. Shout out to all the Raptors fans that I've been talking to on Twitter. Y'all rule. I got a lot of love for you. But I was talking to Kate, Raptors fan, the other night, and we were talking about expansion. As we were talking about
was
a lot of shit.
was it on our account?
No, it was on mine. I try to like if I'm like getting into it with somebody, I switch over to my shit.
It's fair.
Yeah.
I try to be pretty level with the basketboards one, but every once in a while I'll be like, "Yo, you bringing some smoke?"
Basically, here's how you know if Mikey's tweeting on the basketboards account.
Their
If it's-
sons.
No. If it's in the first person, if he's like, I think it's Mikey, I use the executive we. That's how you can tell. Also, my shit's fire.
Yeah, I'll give you. You can definitely put we on anything. I'll back you. I got your back.
I'm a very diplomatic fella on that account, with the exception of a few short things like Lakers slander and what's the other shit that I always talk about? Nyjah slander and Jocelyn slander. I haven't slandered Jocelyn on the account because it's like low hanging fruit.
Yeah, we
Like,
all know.
He's a kook. Whatever.
Yeah, I think he's going through a divorce too. So
You know what? Good for her.
good for her. She could do better.
Those damn kids. Doesn't he have kids? I know he has at least one kid.
I know he's got a kid that's not vaccinated.
I was gonna say maybe that kid. I think the kid's too young to get vaccinated. Well,
No,
I'm not up to speed on that shit. I don't know.
I definitely recall that being a point of a post.
Oh, from her? From wifey?
No, from Chris Jocelyn
Oh.
about him not vaccinating his children. Which I met Chris Jocelyn in 2011 at Daddy's Board Shop. Quiet dude. Didn't know what he would turn into. That's all I have to
Yeah.
say about him. Unmemorable.
Didn't he make shoes that had like Michelin rubber in them?
I don't know if it had Michelin rubber in them or if it just had
They
the
did.
Michelin man on him.
It was like a collab with Michelin.
Which
and those shoes.
Etnies,
If
what?
correct me if I'm wrong. Those shoes were fucking trash, weren't they? Like
I'm sure they were.
I'm gonna look this shit up.
Etnies, like, okay, the last Etnies great Etnies shoe is probably like the Czar from the late 90s, early 2000s.
All right, I remember now. It was the Jocelyn 2. Let me get. This is some good crossover content for size 10. First off, they're $90 and they look like a I don't know $55 shoe.
They definitely look like a late 90s shoe.
What's good? I'm trying to find.
They look like from that colorway, it looks like the Arto.
Oh, I remember this. They got the strap. They have like the AF1 strap,
yeah,
which on a skate shoe, like what are we doing here?
You-
It was the Etnies 2.
The Etnies
Jocelyn
2.
too.
Yeah, Jocelyn 2. Let me see if I can find the. I really.
It's kind of a boring. It's a pretty boring. Shoe.
I'm gonna take this down. But y'all can get a little sneak peek on some new Skate Like Girl merchandise that I had
Oh,
produced.
no.
Oh, I'm taking everything down. It's pandemonium here at the Size 10 Studios.
I know the other computer died too.
Oh lordy lord. Oh, is that why we don't have?
That's why you don't have
ting
anything
behind me?
behind you.
Well
have
then
to
let's kill that
score.
TV, and then y'all don't have to look at the. I wish, unless you can put on the DVD menu screen where like the thing just
Oh, it
bounces
just
around.
goes back and forth. Oh my God, Paul George just missed a layup.
Good.
God damn it!
Actually,
I told you 15 points.
It'd be cooler if Jokic missed a layup.
Jokic has put together such a great season.
Yeah, he's good, man. Whatever.
And you know what's funny is he's doing it with like fucking 24-hour pickup move game moves, like stuff I've seen like old men
Oh,
pull, and it's like so finessed and so nice and
Jokic
like.
is going to be like the master of the set shot.
Well,
at the
it's
end of
like
the
they
season.
people don't see it coming. All these professionals are like he did it on Vucevic, and he
Here,
like
help me out.
he just dribbles once.
You know what? I'm sorry to interrupt. You know what would go good in this bag?
Oh, I just got it back going again too.
Oh, never mind. Well,
Yeah,
in the
we can
meantime,
leave
I'll
it
do
for
a
a
little.
second.
I'll do a little free advertising for my job. The new drawstring bags from Skate Like a Girl. They can fit pads, helmet, or a basketball. It's really best of both worlds, baby. $15. I think I'm going to sell these for. Go get one. They come in blue, red, green, or natural.
Natural.
Anyway, I'm sorry. We were talking about something else, and I interrupted to plug my job.
I don't know
It's all good.
something about Jokic, but
Oh, yeah,
nothing great, nothing great.
Nah, he's good, but I just like.
He's just like the best, slowest moving player.
You know
in
what? Here's my
basketball.
hot take for Jokic. I don't like a big guy that can shoot. I know that that's like the new league. It's like a dumb thing to complain about, but like
A big man that's improved his game from outside? Nah. Like
there's just something about it where it's like you got the game genie plugged in, man. Like you know what? This is gonna be my justification. I'm gonna loop some skateboarding in. I don't like a big guy that can shoot the same way that like I kind of like seeing people do Baker makers every once in a while, right? This is the P-Rod, the former. We got to figure out whatever the updated version of this is, but you remember back in the day, mad people are like, "Yo, I hate watching P-Rod skate. It's like watching a robot." Maybe Shane O'Neill is the contemporary version of this.
I'd say Shane or thou, he who shall not be named.
Yeah.
He with the tight trucks.
But I think like. Well, I think P-Rod and Shane is a better example because P-Rod was like he was like the cool tech guy, right? Like he wasn't like super techy, and he would skate like, he'd jump down shit. But people are like, yeah, I can't watch him. He's like too good, right? And I think that's the thing with like a big guy that can shoot. I'm like, oh, great. You can just do it all. You can shoot from behind the arc and you can drive in the post. And like, it's, I don't know. I like role players. I don't like,
So where would you put Dame?
Dame's a guard.
Yeah.
Like he's not posting up on people. Like he's playing defense, but
I mean, Dame doesn't play that much defense.
yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. I mean, defense wins championships, okay?
It does, and that's where I put the Suns at winning the championship this year. Number 1 defensive team overall. I actually think we're just number 1 overall. I think we're number 3 defensive and number 2 offense.
Yeah, you would be a stats guy.
If it wasn't for Twitter and all the people doing all the stats jobs that I cannot keep count of. By the way, thanks, Twitter. Thanks for doing everything I wanted to do, but I'm too lazy to do myself.
Yeah, I mean, stats are one of those things, and maybe this is why I'm doing it right now. It's like when they support what you want to say, you're like, yeah, this is sick. But when it's like,
When it's
you're like,
yeah.
suddenly you're like, yeah, stats, that's not really everything. That's
You
not
can't
all
you
it's
can't
cracked up to
stats
be.
heart, bro. You
Exactly.
can't stats a steezy kickflip.
Yeah, so I am curious, and I am
You
gonna.
can't stats a buttery tray.
I'm trying to up our engagement here. We got a couple people tuned in.
Yeah.
I want to know.
2 of them are probably my girlfriend.
Tight. What's up, dual girlfriends?
Hello, Sarah.
My girlfriend is not watching this shit. She doesn't care about skateboarding, or actually, no, I was gonna say she doesn't care about basketball, but she's been watching Gonzaga games lately because she is an alum
Oh.
and they win constantly. So, I don't know if I mentioned this on an earlier week, but she asked me like as we were getting into like the tourney, she's like, "Yeah, you gonna watch Gonzaga games?" And I laughed out loud. That was my response.
I've watched 3 minutes too many college basketball games this year.
I haven't watched any college basketball. I personally can't stand watching college basketball.
That's why I said I've only
maddening.
watched about 3 minutes.
I went to a Zags game. Did I tell the story on here already? The Zags Pilots game. I tried. We got tickets to. We knew someone who works at. What is that? PSU? No. UP. University of Portland.
Yeah, Portland.
Yeah, the old Pilots. They got a good volleyball team. That's about it.
Yeah.
Their basketball program. I don't know why they matched them up against the Zags. What are they? The Bulldogs? Gonzaga Bulldogs?
I believe. Yeah, they're the Bulldogs.
So this is one of those things where like I didn't go to college, so I don't know. I went to a big high school, so I think maybe that's like somewhat equitable to like college sports. We had like 2,800 kids. I don't know how many kids go to UP. But the game was sold out. We were in a packed arena over at the University of Portland campus. And
Which is like 200 people.
no, they got a nice. There's like a upper level in their gym. For me, I was like, well, I don't care about this game, so I will make myself care by putting money on it. And this is the game where I learned that you never bet the over on a big handicap. I bet the Zags to win. I think they were like, I'm not joking, 30-point favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet them to cover a 30-point win. Now, here's the thing, young folks out there who might be interested in sports gambling someday. Here's the secret.
By the way, sup, Corey?
Oh, we got people. Corey's in the building.
Corey
Shout out to
Woods,
Corey.
Portland's premier skate filmer.
Oh, Corey, nice to have you. Was Corey at Magic 5 the other day?
He was not.
Good.
Because Corey actually takes his shit seriously.
Yeah, we were talking earlier. We were slandering some people about their habits at Magic 5. Anyway, yeah, so here's my hot gambling tip. Don't ever bet a huge line because when the Zags are up by 24 points and you're in like junk minutes, the last like 2 minutes of the game, they're not fighting for those baskets and you're in the stands like, come on, give me another 4 points. And everyone's just confused as to, one, why you're rooting for the away team to demolish the home team by like insurmountable gap. And then you feel stupid because you're like, why did I think that they were going to get more than 30? This is...
and you're wearing a Pilots jersey too. That's the funny thing.
Well, it's like, and it's a college game. There was people that came down because Gonzaga has such a like illustrious basketball program that there was people that came down to watch from Spokane.
Oh, are they from Spokane?
Yeah, they're from Spokane.
I don't know why, but I always thought Gonzaga. I always thought they were from fucking Georgia. I don't know.
You know
why.
what it is? Their logo has like big like southeast energy.
Yeah,
like,
I thought they were from the South. I was like,
absolutely could be like some Atlanta shit.
That makes sense to me. I mean, I could have also looked at a map at any point in my life, but you know what? Like, I'm not going to.
There's a lot of schools that are in like Eastern Oregon, Eastern Washington that like, I like, what's it? Washington State University. It's in like BF nowhere.
Oh,
East and West.
WSU. What is it? The Wild.
Yeah.
There's some sort of cats, maybe
Sure.
some sort of feline.
I
creature.
looked at that
Meow.
school for a second because
Cougars.
I knew a kid
Cougars.
who had gone there.
WSU Cougars.
Yeah. You don't want to go there. That's
I
like State College, Pennsylvania, but in Washington, surrounded by more racists.
I know 2 people that have graduated from there.
How are they doing today?
One of them's working at Polar.
No.
So
Wait, ER or AR? ER. Tent company.
Tent
Okay.
or
Yeah.
yeah,
Good for them.
they are doing well.
So you're telling me that that's all I got to do, break into the industry.
If you want to work at Polar stuff, you just
Polar stuff. Yeah, that was the other thing. You remember when
going to
that
college?
that was their name for a minute, and then they decided to make it really confusing for everyone. who
Well,
skates.
I think what happened was Polar stuff came out first.
Yep.
And then Polar came out,
Mm-hmm.
and Portland just loves jumping on everything, so they jumped on both, and then everyone was confused.
Yeah. Plus, Polar. You know what? They're a great company.
Polar's
out-
fine. They
How is that not a foul?
I
Holy shit.
know the original, because their offices used to be across the street from the cafe I worked at.
Uh-huh.
So when they went under, I saw a bunch of business meetings with the owners getting super fucking bummed at their
Oh,
cafe, and I was
no.
like, "Oh, that doesn't look too fine." And then I noticed their tipping habits went down, and I was like, "Oh shit, this doesn't bode well." And then like less people, and then one day they just stopped coming in at all. And I was like, "Oh," and then I found out they went out of business. And then now I think somebody had bought the rights to the name, so it's not the same people that did it originally. Now it's like a whole different people that do it.
I think there's a few people that are still involved from before they shut down for a bit. I don't know. I know that like SEMA works with them.
It seemed like they're still doing outdoor
They're doing stuff. They're still making
Stuff.
wearable sleeping bags and tents.
Man, if I would have known that just fucking putting a sleeping bag on somebody with no sleeves would make money, sign me up.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I didn't get it for a long time, and then I got one of those things. I get it.
You're also talking to somebody for me. I just got my first pair of sweats ever in my life. Like in January. I got my first pair of sweatpants and a matching sweatshirt to go with it.
What did you wear when you were like 9 years old?
Yeah.
Clothes. Bike shorts. I'm from Arizona, so I think it's shorts.
I thought. Wait, were you gonna say bike shorts for a
I was
moment?
going to say bike shorts because in my head as a kid, there's a picture of me that
You got
I'm
a lot of
thinking
fashion inspiration from Rosie Perez.
Yeah. White Man Can't Jump was huge in Arizona. No, it was like
I have a sneaker that's the Command Force colorway.
bike short.
No, of the shoes from that movie, White Man
White Man Can't Jump. That's
Yeah.
sick.
Have you seen do you know what the Command Force shoes are that they wear in
Uh-uh.
it? They're ridiculous. They look like boots.
Yeah, they're like
I'm trying
super
to
high
think.
top. They have like plastic on them, right?
Are they the
They
pumps?
have this they have this like pump system and then like a
Which
like a
can we
ladder.
discuss why hasn't the pump come into skateboarding?
Because it doesn't work.
Because it probably would explode.
Because the shit's
Yeah,
whack.
that too. Yeah.
Same reason why, there's skate shoes that have bubbles in them. Not a lot.
Yeah, but the D3 is like, why didn't they just put a pump on the D3?
The
Can the D3
could
get
have a
any
pump.
puffier?
The D3 should have a
Can
pump,
it get
yeah.
us instead of it actually like making like it like more like soft on your foot, it made it larger on your foot? Those are
Yeah,
cool.
what's his Woody
Damn.
Harrelson ran those.
Woody
hard.
Harrelson.
Yeah.
Damn, that's like a $400 shoe that Woody Harrelson popularized.
Now it is because it's like
Back then it
add
was
up.
like what, like 100?
These are original. They're not.
Those are dead stock ones
These are
from.
like dead stock.
Which
ones
means that
from-
you can't actually do anything with them because they'll just disintegrate. Like
Exactly.
fucking.
Oh no, these were this one was a re-release in 2014. But yeah, there's a dead stock pair is like falling to pieces.
Yeah, I'm sure because that movie was like 91.
Yeah.
Like
Very
I was,
early.
I
was
love that movie because they said the F word a lot.
Yeah, and I think there was like a very soft core sex scene in there.
Rosie Perez got him out, I think.
Dumped him out.
Shout out to Rosie.
Rosie
Rosie,
Perez dumped him out.
dumped-
I just caught Rosie in that show Search Party. She plays Crazy Person. Crazy is an
Search
ableist
Party.
slur. She plays a deranged person. I don't know.
Plays
Oh,
Whoa!
Aaron
Reverse
Gordon with the
jam
reverse dunk.
by our preferred rapper in this game, Aaron Gordon.
I told you 15.
Yo, I gotta say his braids are kind of sending me. It kind of looks like they try to make him look like the lines on the basketball, but like obviously a
Bad.
human head is shaped differently than a basketball, so
Much differently.
they get like really drawn out. I will say this. I've been getting a lot of enjoyment out of like appreciating the different styles of braids that I've been seeing this season. Shout out to Mello. Mello like keeps his shit fucking correct. Oh my!
Michael Porter Jr. just tried to end Kawhi.
Michael Porter Jr. just tried to dunk so hard it rimmed out and it bounced past the 3-point line on the way back. That's what I'm talking about, man. I want to see him put some more dunks in the league.
Yeah.
You see Blake Griffin's dunking again?
Yeah.
I hate Blake Griffin. I especially hate Blake Griffin on the Nets.
He pulled the Willy Wonka. When he comes out on a
and
cane,
he's like,
and then he fucking does the flip, and he's like, "I'm
Yeah,
fucking
the
fun,
only difference
guys."
is when he was like limping, it was while playing for a team for a year and a half, and all the fans are just like, "Please dunk, Blake. Please
Hey man,
dunk."
that might have been the fucking smartest move the Clippers have ever done, was trade away Blake.
Getting
Or
rid of Blake Griffin.
they actually found a team to trade for Blake Griffin, was the crazy part.
Bro, I said it on one of the streams before. It's that Kardashian curse, baby. Basketball players,
Well,
stay the fuck away from those Kardashians, man.
shh, Devin Booker, you're fine. She's a Jenner. But I will say, Blake Griffin, the Pistons had a new arena. The only way to draw people to actually come see your team is to get some sort of star talent. So they were going to get somebody, no matter who it was. The Clippers just sold high on Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
It was a situation.
Here's my question, though, because this is the thing that Kate and I were talking about the other day. Does a big name in a smaller market actually fill seats? Because the example that they were given on Twitter was, Zion is like, they're struggling to get people in that arena, or to gain interest, I should say, because COVID, like, whatever. We don't know what's going to
The
happen.
team's like not even in the mix.
Right, but Zion is undeniably a huge player, like in his second year. Like, he should be filling seats.
That's the thing, though, is Zion like, and I will say, I don't think Zion deserved to be an all-star this year.
I don't think he should have started. On
I don't think he should have been an all-star at all. I think he's a lot of hype right now because he was like such like, I mean, all intents and purposes, like Zion would have been straight from high school to the NBA
Mm-hmm.
if it wasn't the one and done rule.
Sure.
I don't think his star power is quite there starting in a small market, you know, like starting your career in New Orleans, like Chris Paul did, like the only reason like he came out of New Orleans was because he went to an LA team.
Yeah.
The first trade got blocked and then he went to the Clippers. But like that's where he really became Chris Paul, CP3.
Yeah, and I think that Zion's going to get there. I think he's not
He'll
going to get
get
there. I don't think New Orleans is doing him any favors. I think that like with the amount of buzz that he's generating, the way that he's been playing, he's going to have a really high value. I don't know what his contract looks like in New Orleans. But
He's on his rookie contract, so like he's probably going to go up for the max, which is like $35 million a year.
I just don't know why. And you know what? I think maybe all the stuff that I'm about to say, I'm just realizing it before. I'm like, yo, Zion should be on every fucking float in Mardi Gras. Like Zion should be the mayor of New Orleans.
Well, he's only 20.
Sure, but it's like this, and this is the point that I was trying to make the other night, is that this is a failure of team ownership and to a certain extent the league as a whole. I think that like if you have the number 1 draft pick who is performing, this is not like another like, oh yeah, like, well, we got him first in the draft, but it's going to take a couple years for him to get up to speed. No. Zion is a dominant force in the league today. Like, no, like first try, no warm up. My man came out and was like, yo, watch me bully these motherfuckers and get baskets at will. My man can basically do whatever he wants on a court.
Yeah.
So if they're having a hard time building buzz for him in New Orleans, why is that? Like, whose fault is it? Because he's playing his ass off. Like, he's doing it. And it's like, okay, well, what's the weak link? And the weak link is like, yo, the team is just like, yo, he's good. Come through. Wow. Holy shit. What a turnover.
I think
That's your MVP guy right there.
Oh, my God.
Just threw the ball straight into the stands.
Hey, man, a lot of players do that.
I know.
That's not like, oh, he did that because I think he's the MVP. No, I feel like, I mean, New Orleans, like, COVID really slows down a lot of stuff.
Sure.
You have limited capacities. I don't think people.
Sorry.
I mean,
I'm laughing at a wide open three that got bricked.
Yeah, by Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon.
I think people are still easing into comfortability of doing things like that. I think the people that are going to games are just going to go to games no matter what.
Here's my question to you. If you live in New Orleans, let's put it like this. And bear with me here because this is going to be a little bit of a journey. If the Blazers weren't the Blazers, let's say that you were still interested in like Suns basketball, but that the Portland Trail Blazers were in the position that the Hornets are right now.
They have a. I was gonna make a mellow joke, but I'm not gonna.
Let's. Sorry. I said Hornets. I meant Pelicans. If the team in your city that you don't particularly care about, like you like basketball, but you're like not checking for the team. It's basically the situation you have with the Blazers.
Yeah.
If they were to get like a first round draft pick that played the way that Zion does, do you start going to games more? Just to watch that one player play? This is the argument of, did no one really give a shit about the Bulls until Jordan pulls up? And then they're like, holy shit, we need to go see this.
I think Jordan was a different type of talent because it's hard to weigh generational talent right off the bat.
I'm using Jordan as an example because when Jordan came into the league, those first few seasons, like, he was good, but he was in a bad situation, much like Zion.
The team was bad, yeah.
Right. And there was other teams in the league, like the Pistons were just fucking them up, right? So I guess the point that I'm trying to illustrate is that, like, if a great player comes to a place that has maybe at best average interest in basketball, because that's the thing is New Orleans is a football city.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, yo, Saints, ride or die. Like,
it's Drew Brees, R.I.P.
Yeah, right. I think, like, if they can't capitalize on having one of the brightest young stars in the league, like, I'm not going to drop that at Zion's feet. I'm not going to drop that at like any of like the coaching staff or whatever, because they're doing their job.
Yeah. I mean, I have some qualms with Alvin Gentry, to be honest, with the whole thing. I think he could be coaching that team a lot better because they also have like Brandon Ingram, Alonzo Ball, Josh Hart. They had Drew Holiday, which was a great defensive player. I think that front office, David Griffin, and combination between David Griffin and Alvin Gentry just like ruined that team. Yeah.
I guess I'm just confused. Like, they have all the pieces and they can't quite put them together. And
I mean, but that's also too, it's coming with like such a young team. You have to put veterans with like young teams like that to coach on the floor.
But I'm not talking about winning championships. I'm talking about getting people to come watch the games.
Yeah, no. You need something.
And the whole reason I say all of this is because the reason I want to see them do well, and the reason why I want to see these smaller market teams get fans in the seats and start building a fan base, is because it then kills all of these dumbass arguments we've been hearing for the last couple weeks / months about, oh, you need to get these good players out of these small market teams because they're not going to get their shine. They needed to be in a big market, and then they can have access to like the coaching staff. They get access to all these things that are going to make them into those superstars. And I'm kind of like, yo, and again, like, this is a Homer bullshit answer, but like, Dame said in an interview like today or yesterday, someone was like, yo, what's your biggest weakness? And he's like, I don't know, loyalty. Like, I've played in Portland my entire career, and it will likely continue to go that way. Like, he doesn't give up on teams or players or coaching staff or whatever. He's like, no, we're going to make this work.
By the way, shout out Blazers Twitter for doxing your own fucking coaches.
Yo, those motherfuckers are not a part of Blazers Twitter. That is evil twin Blazers Twitter. That's all the teenagers out there. That's all the dingbats trying to come at the king, Terry Stotts. Yo, shout out to
Honestly, Terry Stotts has gotten so many players paid outside of Portland. Like, you guys don't realize
Yeah.
what you Portland doesn't realize how good of a coach Terry Stotts
Terry
is.
Stotts is a G. And
He's
I'm
a great coach.
And I'm gonna tell you, as a motherfucker who is frequently dooming on
And this
Maine,
is coming from a Suns fan.
right? If you get on the internet and you want to talk spicy about the Blazers and you live in the greater Portland metro area, don't. That's it. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. and if you want to dox your coach, just don't. Just
if
don't
you wanna
fucking
tell
do
me-
that. That's fucked up.
The only reason I want to see Terry Stotts' address on the internet is because someone's like, yo,
We
we
would've
love this
fucking-
guy. Send him fruit baskets, edible arrangements.
Oh,
Hook my guy up.
I would kill for an edible arrangement right now.
Is that okay? Yo, I used to work across the street from one. That's like, it's just a fruit basket company, right? They just send you shit that you can eat.
Yeah, but they're like cut like flowers and stuff.
Yeah,
and
they're
on sticks.
But what is cut like flowers? What is
apples,
like
oranges,
fruit?
pineapple,
So it's
watermelon.
a
and
fancy
then
fruit
they dip,
salad.
and then some of them they like dip in chocolate.
which that's extra.
Is it?
I don't know. I'd assume it's chocolate. I don't fucking know.
I think they have like different packages.
edible arrangements. Hit us up. you,
you can hit us up. I mean,
please, anyone, hit us
might-
up.
the only reason I ask this is
Pornhub,
like,
hit us up.
if
This
edible
podcast got
arrangements comes
weird.
through and they're like, yo, like we're about to send you an edible arrangement, and I get like a bunch of like chocolate covered grapes that look like a basketball or something on sticks. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, yeah, people pay for this shit. Like, so that's my question is like, is this like some Midwest high school graduation type present, or no offense?
No,
to the
it's
Midwest?
like a oops, I
Valentine's Day.
forgot.
Yeah.
It's a holiday. Here's an edible
forgot
arrangement.
something really important.
Yeah, here's an edible arrangement.
Would y'all classify edible arrangements as a mid-ass gift?
Oh, it's hella mid, but it's also
Wait,
super.
what's a mid-ass?
Mid is just like you're like, eh.
I mean, I it's funny because every time I've seen an edible arrangement in person, I've been like, oh fuck yeah, my dude, and I fucking bow down because I love fruit.
But you didn't pay for it.
But I didn't pay
And it
for
wasn't
it.
given to you.
It wasn't given to me. I just happened to be
It's a lot of fruit to eat in
Proximity-
like one sitting, and it
It's-
kind of goes bad, or you have to like refrigerate it.
You have to
have
eat it
like
right
a
away.
giant
And this is what I was gonna
fridge
say.
to put it in.
I was gonna say like the edible arrangement shit's like, if you cut fruit and then bring it somewhere, like you gotta eat that shit. Like
Yeah, well, that's why 28th and Gleason is where the location is. So in proximity to that means how fresh the fruit and everything is.
yeah, it's across the street from my old job. That's
Did you
the
work
one.
at Dovey?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Huh?
Oh, I've eaten there a few times.
It's good.
Yeah,
Shout
it's
out to-
good.
Oh, speaking of which, we're
Cornmeal crust.
gonna get into our new segment. This is called free advertising for shit that we like.
Dovey V.
so-
Hit us up.
Dove Vivi is my former employer on the corner of 28th and Gleason. If you
Do they allow substitutions on the recipes?
no,
yet?
they don't,
All right.
or at least not when I last have been there.
Last time I went there, they did not.
Yo, don't pull up thinking that you're better at cooking than the chef.
True.
Also,
Because you're not.
if that makes you unreasonably upset, you can go to Palm Beach. It's across the street. They got great food as well.
Palm Beach is great.
Palm
Actually,
Beach is
my
good.
coworker is going there tonight. I suggested it to her.
That's good. Tell her to get tostones.
She asked me what it was, and I was like, I don't know, just get a lot of
Cuban
shit.
food,
Well, I knew it was Cuban food, but I was like, she's like, what's your favorite dish? And I was like, honestly, it's been years since I've been there.
The other thing is, it's like, well, and I don't know. This is like me being like a food homer because like that's the shit that I grew up eating. But you can't really go wrong. Like you're not gonna get something on the menu and be like, ugh, what a terrible choice. I should have got something else. Like it's variations on a theme. The theme is like meat, beans, rice. You can't go wrong.
Different meat,
I will
same
do
beans, same rice.
I will do one more, and then I'm going to throw it to you for some free advertising. I want to give a big shout out, and I this is one of my things that, much like free popcorn at the Park Rose Hardware store and free coffee,
R.I.P.
this is like all that shit's on hiatus because of COVID. Quite possible. Well, no, you know what? I'm not even going to make jokes about that.
And
RIP
then
to all
they're
the people
like,
that died.
It's a sunk cost. We don't need to do that anymore.
Yo, if post Roni they do not bring the fucking popcorn machine back at Park Rose Hardware, I'm gonna have to. I will talk to my therapist about it. No. I'm gonna plug two things. The first one's not a plug. I just want to say that Shaq has a Yusuf Nurkic ass blazer on right now.
True.
No,
also, I just gotta say, what's this like Last Supper table that they're all sitting
Oh,
at?
so normally
They're like, oh, it's COVID. So
COVID.
Yeah,
they're
well,
six,
it's
that's like 10 feet apart.
it's
Like, come
COVID,
on.
but that's NBA legend Kyle Korver.
Wow. Okay, we're throwing legend status on Kyle Korver. All right.
Okay, Kyle Korver is one of the greatest 3-point shooters in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Like quietly a
Sure.
great 3-point shooter. Or
You know who
last
else was
15
shooting?
years.
You know who else was a good shooter? Adam
Who?
Morrison.
Who the fuck is Adam Morrison?
Exactly.
I know
No, you know
are
who
about.
Adam Morrison is. That gross ass little mustache. Adam Morrison, another guy who played really great college ball for 4 years, like a fucking scrub, because he wasn't big enough to hang in the league. Then he got drafted, and then guess what? Adam Morrison and his goofy ass facial hair got washed out the league like a chump. Now he's like coaching coaching college or something.
I will say, I am bummed Kyle Korver did not get a retirement because of COVID.
Yeah. Poor Kyle.
He deserves at least.
Yo, he's doing fine. He's on nationally televised.
I know, but
games.
like same with Vince Carter. I was bummed. I wanted granted I missed the Hawks game when they came here, but
Yeah.
I wanted to see Vince Carter once
It'd be cool. Yeah.
one more time in real life because I did see him when he played one of his 51 games for Phoenix.
Vince Carter's a G. He will go down in history as a G. I don't think Vince Carter comes from an era where you could be really good at one thing, and
Yeah,
and like that was the thing.
and ride that
Yo,
shit.
my guy could jump out the gym. Like it was insane.
Granted, but he didn't have just like one dunk. He
Oh,
had
no.
dunks,
And that was the thing.
his bag was deep.
Like to say that Vince Carter more so than anybody else had ups. You know what I mean? Like
Bunnies.
that was his shit. He was just like da, 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 da. So shout out to him. I was watching a bunch of Vince Carter like just misses the other day. Like the what if
what ifs?
like
yeah.
what if he would have thrown this down? Like what if who is this guy? Do you know that man right there with the gap? tooth?
Turtleneck? I don't know who fucking Turtleneck is.
I was gonna say
I don't
they
like
gotta-
him though. That's actually the dude from The Bachelor.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the dude from The Bachelor's name. I just know every time I saw him, he's wearing a fucking turtleneck, and I hated him.
Yo,
And then he did like a nose manny, and I was like, "Oh, you actually can skate."
bro.
I'm upset.
Just wait for the
because
day when I pull the Dwayne Wade, because yo, you cannot.
all he like straight up like he like on the
Riding or-
box.
Okay.
There was a picture that what's his face from Colorado posted. Evan from Colorado posted a picture of the dude from the Bachelor. I forget his name off the top of my head.
Doesn't matter.
Chad. And it's him with a skateboard in like really tight skinny jeans and like fucking like Times Square. Like just like looking off being like, I'm so lonely.
Oh,
you
no.
know, like but yeah.
Mhm.
But he's also got like a six pack, makes millions of dollars a year in his like salaried realtor job in New York City. And then he posts a clip on Twitter and he's actually like can kind of skate, which is impressive. But also pissed me off more knowing that he had the time to find out how to nose manual.
Nose manuals are tough.
It's
man.
weird. It's weird. I either root for you or I fucking hate you.
You know, these are the moments where I like to remind everyone that skateboard skill doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter.
No, as long as you're having fun, that's all that
As long as
matters.
you can nose manual.
And you know what?
That's
And it's-
all that matters.
And it's all about the friends you make along the way.
Yeah, it's about the journey, not
Which,
the
by the way,
destination.
Evan, post that clip again so I can make fun of it.
No,
I don't think that kid's like wants to listen to us talk about like basketball and skateboarding.
Absolutely not. I think he called me old one time on Twitter, so fuck him.
I think the one time he was like, I applied for a job at CCS. I was like, don't, because that job fucking sucks.
Yeah, let's move on. I wish there were some other people in the chat. 'Cause
Yeah.
they'd be lighting the chat up. Speaking of the chat, if you're tuned in right now,
Thank you.
give us a shout out. I got this whole computer here. There's been a couple people. Shout out to my man Al Brown and Corey. But let us know what
Corey
you're
Brown
feeling.
actually just released a skate video I should plug called Smoke This. It's available on YouTube. We'll post the link later. features a lot of fine Portland skateboarding.
Yo, if you got shit you want us to boost, hit us. Hit me with the at
Yeah.
basketboards. DMs are open. Let's go.
What was the website I said? Post skate videos
yeah.
on Pornhub.com.
Oh, I
That's
thought you were going to say
our.com.
about the question earlier today, so I'll bring this up on here too. Some fucking wormburger out there reserved basketboards.com, much to my dismay. So I'm trying to figure out what a good URL would be for us to have on the web that is not like the hacky like basketboardshow.com and
Basketball
with
pod.
no vowels.
yeah, no, I'm definitely not doing that. But I also like need something. We had some good suggestions on Twitter today, but it's got to be something that's like kind of indicative of basketboards in general. So like I think the front runner was like step back 3-flip, which is
that one was good.
that's good. Yo, that's
That's
like a
good.
monster on Twitter, right? Like if you were like the basketboard super fan, you should change your display name to step back 3-flip. But
Step back.
so step back
Step back?
3 is like when you take a step back, shoot
it's
a 3.
it's a step back.
And a 360 flip is when you do a kick
gotcha.
flip
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a backside 360 shove it at the same time on the X and
Oh.
Y axis. I sound like a dickhead New York Times journalist right now trying to explain a 360 flip.
Yeah.
I'm bummed that we're not getting the halftime highlights. That's my favorite thing.
It is. Rudy Gay still playing for the Spurs.
Yeah.
Free my man.
Yo, no. The Spurs are good. Let the Spurs cook. Oh, that is not good.
They called it okay.
What? What was this like at halftime? Wow, that was to take them to overtime? Are you kidding me?
They didn't review that?
Yo.
Are you fucking
we
kidding
got all
me?
these cameras.
Okay, refs, let's talk.
Gotta explain what you're looking
I was
at.
just going to
Okay.
say, like, people in
We're-
the chat are just like,
They're in second overtime right now. We're watching
we're
highlights
watching
from
Dwayne
the
the Rock
Hawks,
Johnson right now.
from the
Bro,
Hawks.
this is going to be me. Me in the black turtleneck, the Dwayne Wade jump off with the Cuban link around my neck because now I own a house and it's poisoning my brain.
So
and I'm
he's gotta
thinking
have a
about
Cuban
buying
link.
gold jewelry, like a fucking dickhead. But that's
I
gonna
mean,
be
who
me.
are you going to be a dickhead to? You don't rent your house. You just have to be a dickhead to yourself. Oh yeah, that'll get fixed next week.
No.
I'll have my man. I'll have Mikey come fix it, and then I'll just come over and be like, "Yeah, he said it fixed it, but he didn't tell me what."
No comment.
Oh, you want that? Okay, I'll be back in 2 weeks when I get the parts.
Keep making fun of me. Hold on, I'm gonna get a beer.
He'll call you to snake the toilet.
I'll snake the toilets for you, dude. Dude, I will snake a lot of things in your house. Let me tell you.
snakes necessary in my crib.
No snakes. I was getting flashbacks of snaking toilets back when we worked at camp.
You snaked a toilet at camp?
Yeah, because Brock got tired of coming up there and made me do it.
That's interesting because I haven't. Well, whatever. This is like the most riveting conversation. The old summer camp that Bjorn and I used to work at together, snaking toilets, and my former roommate, who's a maintenance guy. Jesus Christmas. Oh, what do you know? 0 view. Just kidding. Just kidding. Shout out to the 4.
Shout out to the 4 people.
Mikey, hit me with a unpaid for advertisement right now.
Okay.
What do you got? And it can't be something that you personally are benefited by if we are a patron of this thing now.
Guero.
Mm.
You want some tortas?
Oh, I thought you meant Grandpa Guero's hot sauce by my man Ricky Bella. You know about that shit yet?
No, I don't know about that
Ricky
shit.
Bella, CDC over at Bullard. He's a
Oh,
big Blazer Twitter guy.
he's a Blazer Twitter.
Yeah.
I saw his crunch wrap on Twitter,
Bro,
and I was like, I mean, I'm sure he's good. But,
fuck
you
with
know.
my man because his shit is.
Yo, dude, can we? I'm gonna only do this so that I can. I'm gonna screenshot this later and like put it out so I can be it. Hey, dude, I saw your crunch wraps on Twitter. Why don't you send us some? We'd love to plug it. I'd love to taste it. Put some of your flavor in my mouth.
You hear that, Rick? Tune in. No, Ricky's the big homie. He got me linked up with a couple cooks that were out of work, and we did. That was like all the cooking that we were doing for Don't Shoot PDX.
Perfect. Yeah.
He also has he was recently featured on the cover of Willamette Week, a local magazine or newspaper.
weekly.
Yeah.
publication.
It's kind of like it's like the lib version of the Mercury.
Not
But
the left version.
But
the
yo,
lib
I'm
version.
not trying to downplay your accomplishments, Ricky. And
Yeah,
Angela.
I-
They got hot sauce. Look them up. Get food from Bullard. They're
No,
good
I
to
saw.
go.
I honestly saw that Crunchwrap, and I was like, okay, that because he was like, I saw the words, and originally as a hater, I'm just like, yeah, right, fucking that shit doesn't look good. And then I like looked at the picture, I was like, actually, I know it was a video of him making it,
Yeah.
and I was just like, I'd buy it. And I actually looked at one of the last podcasts we did. If it wasn't the last one, it was the one before when he like just released them.
Uh-huh.
I looked at what time Bullard opened, and I was like 4:30. I could probably get there before then and get us all fucking crunch wraps and bring them in. But then I got stoned, I got lazy, and then I had a cacti, and then
It's also
things
good that
led
you
to
didn't do
less.
that because I got a sneaking suspicion that like I think a regular crunch wrap's like what $5.
They're probably going to be a lot.
They're gonna set you back a little more. Over
Which, by the way, Mexican food should not be expensive in Portland.
I want one so bad right now.
I think
I went to Tropicali the other day and paid $9
Bjorn, pull one up
two
for me.
tacos.
Hit up at Ricky Bella on Twitter and see if you can find us some. Throw this shit up on the screen. Let's get the viewers salivating and let's check this.
Or on that.
No, throw it up behind. Let me get one of Ricky's crunch wraps behind me if you can, and then we're gonna. Yeah, we'll keep going on this. So you were going back to Guero though. Let's go to your actual
Ricky's crunch wrap.
No, you're gonna want to look for at Ricky Bella on Twitter. Those of you at home, you can follow along if you choose to do so. Also, if you want to just see some great skate photography, I put out a call today for the best silhouette photo in skateboarding, and people have been going off.
Dude, yeah, I looked at the notifications on that, and I was like, oh fuck, at first I was like, what did I say? And then I was like, of course it wasn't me.
As a buster who like,
So it's RICKYBELLA.
hold on, I'll tell you in 1 second.
There's several of those.
It's at Ricky Bells 90, RICKYBELLS 90. Trust me, it'll be worth it for the folks at home. No, I was gonna say, yeah. Anytime I open up the little Bird app and it's like 20 plus notifications, I'm like, same thing. I'm like, this is either gonna be super sick or we're cooked. Oh yeah, see?
Yeah, stupid fucking thing is the best thing I've ever cooked in my 12.
See if you can see if you can scroll down and find the video. The video's like
Yeah, there's definitely a video.
psychotic. I would say if you we're also just gonna get Ricky's like TL.
Ooh, what the fuck is that? That's brisket?
That looks like
brisket.
That's some fucking.
Rubber gloves on. It's probably brisket.
Yeah,
Oh.
you only get the black gloves if you fuck.
barbecue lamb. Yo, the only people that wear those weird, creepy black latex gloves are cooks, security guards, and then like the weird porno guys.
Weird porno.
I've stumbled in some weird spots.
Yeah,
on the
which
internet.
by the way, put skate videos back on Pornhub.com. It's got some weird
I'm telling
videos.
you. You know what? We might be out of luck. This might be deep on the feed. Ricky's a prolific poster, so
I don't want to open that one up. Yeah.
tight. Shout out to all the dudes that I used to cook with.
Screen prints too?
He's screen printing.
Yo, he's a real Renaissance man. What can I say?
Yeah. Well, Ricky, hit us up. We'd love to have your flavor in our mouths.
Bro, I'm trying to get Ricky on the show, and he can cater. Oh, and another thing, there's a tie-in with basketball as well, because Ricky caters.
What's the
Uh,
spot called?
What's the what?
The spot? What's
Bullard.
The place called?
Bullard.
Bullard?
The restaurant? Bullard.
Yeah.
Bullard. Very good. Ricky cooks for the Blazers a lot,
Oh, okay.
and for the other teams as well. But yeah, they like.
I mean,
And this
my
is one
man's
of
got to
those
be
things-
feeding the Suns.
This is one of those things that like I guess I never really thought about, but it's like, yeah, there's like teams at the arena. What do they eat?
Oh,
Like-
yeah, I never thought
Like,
about
yo,
that.
they're not going to like the sizzle pie like kiosk or whatever.
Or what is it? The Nines? What? They're eating at departure.
Yo, speaking of other like god tier food, basketball or Blazers Twitter crossovers, I am going to start another change.org petition because the get the Pacific time zone changed to the Dame time zone one. Didn't perform as well as I had hoped it to. We are going to get JoJo in the Moda Center. JoJo's opening a brick and mortar location.
But on the west side, right?
I can't remember what the location is. I think they're in one of like the food, whatever the slightly jumped up version of food court is. You know, they have fancy food courts now, like Pine Street. I think they're in one of those. But I want to get them in. I want to get them in the Moda Center. It'd be, two great tastes.
I will say you don't want to sell your soul to get in the Moda Center.
That's true. Now I do think that like if the Moda Center like got it, they would have like some options where like the shit's gonna sell out, yo. Like we don't have food after the first quarter. If you didn't go get your chicken sandwich from JoJo in the first quarter, like yo, they only make 100 of them. Yeah, it'd be tight.
It would be tight.
Very exclusive type.
I did eat JoJo not too long ago. It's very good.
As the kids would say, it slaps.
It slaps.
Hits.
Definitely hit something.
Yo, is that the new wave? Just everything that's good is just an act of violence in some way?
Yeah.
Crushes.
Shit's fire.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in a fire.
Fuck me up, daddy.
Fuck me up, daddy. That's actually when I go to JoJo and that dude's the owner's there.
Justin.
I just go, fuck me up, daddy. And he goes,
he's like,
and what do you want?
Coming right up.
And I was like, you heard me. I said, fuck me up, daddy.
Justin and
no, I've actually never done that.
They've done some crossover events in the past.
The one time I went to JoJo, I was biking. I didn't expect to find it because I didn't know where it was, and I didn't have a mask because I was biking and I was just on a bike ride. Well, I was just on a bike ride. I was just cruising by myself, like riding around town.
I meant like if you try to go order. Like
no, luckily whoever was working like offered me a mask because I like rolled up with my shirt over my face. And they're like, you have to have a mask, and I was like, yeah, I know. I did, and then you're in that weird
that
like.
Sucks, dude. That happened to me at Parker's
I hate
Hardware.
it.
I had to pull up like an asshole, and I was like,
I know, I fucking hate it.
The guy's like, yo, we have masks.
It was very early on in the pandemic, I will say.
Oh, when masks were like
it was optional. Like everything was shut down, but the mask mandates hadn't come down.
Well, because you couldn't get them.
And that too.
Yeah.
It was also like that. Like, because I remember I had to buy a domestics mask from Fred Gall, which took 4 weeks to get.
That sounds about right.
And literally fell apart in like 3 weeks.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I got to stop throwing shade on my man Freddie.
Love Fred Gall.
He dried out, yeah?
I believe he did.
Yeah. Somebody told me that he was like skating with BA and like he's on the straight and narrow. So good for Fred.
I hope so. He refuses to know my real name.
That's fair.
A few times I've met him, he just calls me Arizona.
He's like, yo, Arizona's popping. You're like,
yeah, I'm from there. And I met you in Portland multiple times.
That was something I used to have to lecture some of my staff when I ran like kid shit. I was like, yo, you guys can't like give kids nicknames. Like it's not allowed. You can't be like, yo, you're blue shirt. Like that shit sucks. Like you're saying right now, you're like, Fred, dude. It's an easy name.
It's like literally like
simple name.
I remember I told him, I was like, my grandma bought a board, your skateboard for me when I was 13 years old. And he's like, oh, that's fucking. He's drunk as shit. He's like, that's fucking cool, Arizona. And I was like,
you're like totally.
You literally could have called me grandma or grandma's board, but I would have, accepted that more.
Yo, grandma's boy would be a tight nickname for him.
I would think grandma's boy. No, but yeah, my grandma showed up Christmas complete with a Fred Gall.
Fred Gall board. Very nice. Speaking of complete, there's been a complete takeover of this game by the Clippers. They've been up 10. Wait, did I get that right?
No,
sorry, Nuggets up 10. I'm telling you, this whole jersey situation is really bunging me up.
Did you see the the Godzilla thing I posted earlier about him playing basketball?
No.
I don't know why Godzilla had to kill so many people. He could have played basketball being that tall.
Oh, I heard there was some funny basketball discourse about Godzilla and Kong on No Dunks. They were trying to figure out what type of basketball players they would be. And I think the general consensus was that like Kong was easily a post player.
Oh yeah.
But Godzilla was more of a shooter. He had more range, which he's got the breath. Yeah, spits fire.
I could see it. You know what? I would say Godzilla would be the post player and Kong would be the shooter. Because think about this. Apes are they're more adaptive to their surroundings. What are lizards?
I think if you're trying to apply real world logic to which type of basketball player Kong and or Godzilla would be,
I'm pretty sure I know how this is gonna play out.
nah, it's just like,
No, like I mean, like what's Godzilla's Rex? Where'd he go to school?
I think Godzilla.
He probably went to ASU and partied,
No,
like James Harden.
I think
which
he went
is
to like
like
a D2 for 4 years and then like didn't get drafted and like played G League for 3 years. Like he's a journeyman. I think Kong was like had a spark when he started, but then he just like got like hit his mid-20s and got out of shape. Like
Yeah.
he hit like the Shaq slump like at mid-20s.
Kobe just wanted him to do some cardio.
Yeah, well,
Shaq could have been so sick.
so did his doctor.
Yeah. God damn. Shaq could have had like 12 rings.
I mean, Shaq has performed perfectly well. Shaq's another one of those dudes though. Like he got put in
Arguably
Orlando.
the best DJ ever.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal. DJ Diesel. Shaq Diesel.
Yeah.
Pull up his
No, I'm familiar with Shaq Diesel because I played the remake of Shaq Fu
Shaq.
on Switch.
Oh yeah, I played Shaq Fu not too long ago.
Did you play the original?
Played the original. We got a hacked Xbox and it came with all kinds of fucking games for every game system, and Shaq Fu was on there.
It upsets me that you had access to all games from all systems and you're like, I know what I should put my time into. Shaq Fu, the fighting game.
Uh-huh.
The Shaquille O'Neal.
We
fighting
went
game
through every
vehicle.
game. We literally went through every
It's
game.
so bad.
It's so bad.
So bad.
It's
like,
not good.
really
There's
hard
like
to play.
only 4 characters.
Do you remember that Michael Jordan had a fighting game?
No.
Or was it a side scroller? Michael Jordan in the Windy City.
Unfamiliar. Never
Not
heard of
familiar.
that.
Pretty sure Michael Jordan had a.
I just remember my friend and I were so excited when Shaq Fu was going to come out. It was on a Friday. We rented it from the video store.
Yeah, like Hollywood Video.
Yeah. We went ahead in the week. We went ahead and we pre-reserved it because it was coming out that week, so that we held a copy of it. And I remember we played it for like 5 seconds, and we're just like, Sonic 2? Yep, Sonic
Like,
2.
damn, can we get our
Like,
$3?
Yeah,
back?
that game is just
It was
that
garbage.
game is garbage. But you know what? They made so much fucking money on that game.
The remake is kind of fun.
I can see any updated version of that first game's
It
gotta
got
be better.
kickstarted, and so it's all fan service, and it's just
Yeah.
stupid puns and jokes, and it's very. I enjoyed it. My only complaint was it didn't have co-op, and it absolutely should have had co-op.
Yeah.
The game that we should be talking about. I was gonna plug this shit on the
Yeah.
on the feed the other day. Well, so one, I want to confirm. Michael Jordan, Chaos in the Windy City is a side-scrolling action video game developed by EA and published by Ocean for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. So if you want to play like a really bad side-scrolling beat-em-up, check it out. I've never played it. Apparently 92% of Google users liked it. That's not what I want to talk about. What I do want to talk about is Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden. And I guarantee, like based off the looks that I'm getting in the studio right now, y'all haven't heard about it. This is
Nope.
a RPG game, so very similar to like the original Final Fantasies,
Okay.
and it is fucking incredible. You can get it for like Mac, PC, whatever. It's not on consoles because it's I don't know, some guys in a basement made it. It rules. I'll throw it up on the TL later. They have a sequel that's coming out that did get kickstarted for like an obnoxious amount of money because the shit was like a sleeper hit. Check it out. It's like, I don't know, you play it for a couple hours. It's like the funniest basketball shit I've ever experienced.
Barkley, Shut Up and Jam Gaiden.
Barkley, Shut Up and Jam Gaiden. It's like, I don't know, you can download it, play it.
I've heard of it. I've heard of it, but I haven't played it.
I love
I
it.
do remember that.
It fucking rules. If
And
you
I
like,
did see the Kickstarter for the new one.
if
too.
you like the old kind of like, Japanese role-playing game style, so like Final Fantasy, Earthbound,
I
like all that
actually,
shit,
I think I do remember this game.
it's tight. Check it out.
Mikey, do you play like NBA 2K? Stuff
I
like
play
that?
2K.
Are you a 2K?
I'm a 2K.
Do you stay like
2K?
up to date on it?
No, I have 2K20, and before that, I had 2K13 that I've been running for years.
You're really getting your money's worth out of that one.
I mean, I
Hit
have.
me with a refresh.
By the way, Phoenix Suns, 7-time world
Oh my
champions.
god.
Led by none other than Mikey Duran, a dynamic slashing scorer.
I would like to play those games, but I feel like they're so complicated that like
They're not that complicated.
The
What?
2K, I tried to play the demo and it got real complicated. I was like, I don't want this. I just put NBA Jam back in.
so. And this is what I was gonna
NBA
say.
Jam gave
Because
me
that's
carpal
what I
tunnel.
wanted to play.
Yeah.
This is what I was gonna say is that like if you don't like 2K is supposed to be more of like a simulation of the game,
Mhm.
and it requires a certain amount. Like it's not just like, oh yeah, push the button and release at the right point, and it's guaranteed baskets.
Yeah.
And I think that there's like plenty of space for both because the NBA Jam remake was tight. The OGs. We should actually maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I talked to.
I could bring my PS3. I have it for PS3. I have an extra PS3. I could just bring it here.
Well, I have a Super Nintendo and it with like two. There's companies that still make controllers for the shit, so I got two crisp controllers. And when Hondo used to have a skate shop in Salt Lake City, I brought in a projector and NBA Jam TE, and we used to just play in the shop. And when we eventually bring this show to Commonwealth Skateboarding, maybe I will see if Matt will let me do a NBA Jam installation there, and I'll.
I also
Ooh.
have Hang Time on 64.
I'm not familiar with Hang Time.
Same game. Same
Yeah.
game, just a different brand.
Okay.
It was like a little bit updated, and it was on better. It was on Nintendo 64. But
Who's your team?
my team,
Like NBA Jam. When you would play NBA Jam.
I mean, do we have to ask that?
I'm
You,
trying to
who
think
was
of
on the
it.
Suns for the NBA Jam?
Barkley, Dan Marley, KJ, and
I used to play with.
I think because
I
there's
used to
four,
play-
right?
Yes.
I was Suns, and I would play with Barkley because I knew my dad hated Barkley. He would just
Fuck yeah.
he would talk about how much he hated Barkley. He's
Played
like,
as
he's
Barkley
such
to
a
troll your dad.
yeah. I would troll my dad.
Sick.
Well, because my dad would just talk about how he's just such a terrible person and just like I don't know. He
He's
hated
not a role
him.
model.
So,
How
side
he's
note,
just not a good
Barkley's
role
kinda
model
sick.
at all, and it was just like,
Yeah.
oh, he's such a baby, and he just throws all these big fits and strangles his coaches, and I was like, this is just memories. I don't feel like
I think you're conflating a
That's
little bit
Iverson,
with Latrell
right?
Sprewell.
Yeah,
Or
Sprewell
Sprewell.
definitely.
I think I'm just putting him into one.
Sprewell definitely. I can't remember the coach's name. I was reading about this actually not too long ago because I think we were talking about Sprewell and like spinners. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, NBA
He
rings.
would
and,
have
like,
spinners.
how he would have like the spinning ring. And after that stream, I was like later that week, I was just like, yo, I want to walk down memory lane. So I was like reading about him choking his coach out. And yo, here's the thing. And I have a tendency to believe that this is a bit of an exaggeration. But when I was reading about it, they were like, yo, he was choking him for 15 seconds. And I don't know if I'm going to say this very quickly, and any bad ideas that you have, put them away immediately. I don't know the last time any of y'all have been choked, but 15 seconds is a fucking eternity. Like, choking someone is like, it's like,
real.
yeah, like I choked somebody out in a fight one time, and 15 seconds is when you're just like, yo, chill. And I guess that's how it went. Like,
Wait, hold on. Choke me for 15 seconds real quick.
You got to pay me so much money.
Oh, come on, dude.
Yeah, I have
Skate,
a timer.
skate videos back on Pornhub.com.
Dude.
This is going to be on the OnlyFans.
And could you imagine Latrell Sprewell like
Choking
gripping
you.
you up? Holy shit.
Well, at
Probably
first, I'm
has
sure
solid-
people were like, oh, he'll let go. Oh, he'll let go. He's got to let go.
So what you just said was 3 seconds. He did that for 5 times.
And then they got it out.
And they're like, yo, let's chill.
Hey,
I
bud.
mean,
Chill.
What
Yo. Yo.
what did he say to deserve to get choked?
So I was like, that was the first thing in my mind.
Yeah.
I was like, well, it depends on what this guy said.
Yeah, true. Because that's context is very important when you're choking somebody. Because
And
like,
I think-
did I deserve it? Did I cross a line?
You know what? I think that's the growth of society now. Is like you hear like, yeah, some fucked up shit happened. And it's like, well,
What did they do?
I would like some context to this. Because I don't think that anything's off the table if it's a appropriate response. No, it was like some, I want to see a little more hustle in your game or some shit like that. Like it was just like coach, like it wasn't even like some like gnarly, like I'm going to tear you down to build you back up. It was just like, hey, I want to see a little more pep in your step. And he's like, It's like Homer and Bart. It's just
Yeah.
like,
Why you little?
yeah.
See, I was imagining it was like that. What was that drummer movie where there's the guy that just is like pushing
Whiplash.
it? Yeah, like Whiplash.
Yeah,
like a Whiplash situation.
No, it wasn't J.K. Simons or whatever, like slapping his jazz drummer.
Again.
I mean,
I need to watch that movie again. That movie is like, I think we talked about this off air. I think that movie is fantastic. I think that there's a lot of really problematic things that are like basically presented as good in that movie. But
Do you think that the worst thing you can tell somebody is good job? 'Cause
I
feel
think that
that's
is
the
like some
takeaway.
fucking like old
Yeah.
man cranky Americana bullshit. It's like
good job.
everyone's gonna get a participation trophy and blah 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 blah.
I think that that's a relative thing. I think not everybody is that. You know,
I
I do well with positive reinforcement.
I think
I
that's
am
like
not
some,
a professional drummer though, so maybe that's part of it.
I think that's some like hurt people type shit. Speaking of hurting people, 12-point
hurt
lead.
I like that. That's clever. I've not heard that.
Oh, that's a thing. I did not come up with
That's
that shit.
that sound.
Yeah.
You're always just throwing these like these things, and I'm just like, oh, that's good. I'm like writing it down, and you're like,
Yeah.
that's Bjorn. Everyone knows that. Like,
I'll tell you what,
I
though.
know that.
Listen, man. The
By
other
the
one
way-
that I
It's 76 to
Oh, chest.
nice.
wow, we are really behind.
Yeah.
We are 3:48. Yeah, we are like a minute and a half behind on our stream. NBABite.com if you want to tune in. Anyway, no, I was gonna say that that movie's good. Watch it, but don't start building your ideology around the things that happen in that movie because it is bad. But jazz drumming's cool. Anyway,
Are we talking about the Nick
Whiplash.
Cannon movie?
no, that's
No.
Drumline.
I did recently watch that.
I have never seen that. Should I watch it? Yo, I'll tell you why.
I mean-
maybe it's fun.
I'll tell you why. I was talking about this shit on the web the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Drumline's a tight movie, I am assuming, because here, I'm going to make some assumptions. You tell me if I'm correct.
Okay.
Okay. It's funny.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's got some funny moments.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's. I'm not saying it's like comedy of the year, but it's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
There's cool segments in which interesting drumming or impressive
Mhm.
drumming happens.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Would you say that it's like a you got served with drumming instead of dancing?
Yeah, I was gonna say Bring It On, but You
Okay.
Got Served it was a close second in my mind. But with
Here is
drumming.
my last one, and this is really like a wish more so than a assumption. Do they play contemporary music with the marching band, or is it just like
kind of.
okay? Because I was talking about this shit the other day.
Because what it is he goes to a school and the Orlando Jones plays the conductor
Mm-hmm.
and he's old school. He only plays old school, and the other competing school they play like modern. They're like playing Jay-Z and stuff
That okay?
and
Yeah.
pumping the crowd up.
Yep.
And then he's like, "All right, Flight of the Conchords," or like, or no,
Uh-huh.
what is it? B something of the B. I forget.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Like, yeah, and then-
yeah.
It's like that's real music and not this like hip hop crap you're playing, you know. And then at
Wait,
the-
so Orlando Jones is saying this?
yes,
What a buster.
he's just like a tight.
Oh, but then Nick Cannon is like the
Comes in.
sabor. He like comes in and spices shit up.
kind of he like mixes it up because he's from the streets or
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
So one of my biggest wishes.
I gave
of all
away the
time-
ending. That's what happens. They kind of like meet in the middle, and
If you're telling me that a Nick Cannon film from like the mid-aughts is a little formulaic, then consider me surprised.
and he can't read music.
Oh,
That's
no.
like a twist.
That's the
Nick
twist.
Cannon or
He
Nick
just-
Cannon can't read music.
He just
watches
feels it.
and he's so good at drumming. He just needs to see it one time, and then he just memorizes it,
and then he's like,
and he can play it perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Improvises.
You know what's
and-
funny about that? That's always like the thing. People are like, "Oh yeah, they're so amazing." It's like, yo, if you just learned to read music, you'd be even better at this. But
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, he does.
I don't want to slander Nick Cannon's imaginary character.
at the end, but he doesn't really play any of that stuff.
My
I
whole
found
thing
out.
is like,
Oh.
and I said this in a basketball framing. So, New Orleans is noteworthy for like their what's it? And I can never remember is it
Mardi
the
Gras?
No, it's like the third
their
line
parties?
band.
Boobies?
No, it's
Their
the
beads?
it's like marching band stuff.
Yeah.
Where they have like it's like parade shit, right?
Yeah.
And but they do it for like so much shit where you're like under normal circumstances you'd be like, why is there a bunch of tuba
Why
players?
is there a tuba player here?
Why is there a tuba player at the funeral home? And
That's
it's
so
like
Portland.
and it's
Why
like,
is
yo,
there
That's
a
very.
tuba
No, it'd be a
player
fucking
here?
unipiper.
yeah. Like,
Yo.
Why is a unipiper in fucking funeral home?
you know what I love about bagpipes? There's only one volume.
nothing. I love nothing
They
about
don't have a
bagpipes.
volume. There's only one.
Yeah, it's loud as
super
fuck.
loud.
It's fucking loud. And then when you see two of them, you're like, cool. It's gonna be even fucking
They're
louder.
harmonizing.
Sick.
Dude.
Now I gotta hear this in two tones of fucking suck.
The bagpiper was in my neighborhood the other day, or the uni piper,
yeah.
and I wanted to commit an act of violence. I do not.
Would you
I do
scream out
not-
of your window?
I
As
was
a land-
walking my dog, and you know what I heard? And I'm like, oh,
Oh my god, is that a
got
Darth
beef.
Vader mask?
I got
too?
beef with the Unipiper. You know what? This is like, I am being the prick right now. Y'all can get in my mentions and be like, let people enjoy things. Go fuck yourself.
Not if it infringes
Dear-
on my walk.
Dear
Yo,
Unipiper,
That's like people
stop it.
listening to LMFAO or whatever
Careful.
on a hiking trail. No, fuck on a hiking trail. It's not a party time.
With like a Osiris.
Like
backpack.
What if?
like the
okay,
beach
okay,
pill,
okay, okay,
go
okay.
fuck
Here,
yourself.
okay. What if I almost died on that hike and I'm feeling extra spry and need some LFMAO?
Headphones. You don't need
My
to give
iPod,
it to
my
me
my
too.
AirPods broke.
I went to
or
the woods to hear
lost.
nature, not some fucking club music. Terrence, what are your thoughts on club music on the hiking trail in like Forest Park?
Yeah, I think if you're using any speakers in like a public setting that is not like your like a barbecue or
Yeah.
something, like if you're on the bus, playing music off your phone,
Oh, yeah.
come on,
Like,
what the fuck?
No.
If you're on the bus, cut the mic.
Okay, just picture it. The year. Is
I don't have to picture
The
it. I
year is
lived it.
2011. It's summer. Times you're vibing. Party.
in a Speedo trying to tan my cheeks. That I don't. That's something I remember from that.
Yeah, you know enough.
All the time.
You know what's weird is I have a whole playlist of like nothing but LFMAO and shit like
I
that.
believe it.
It's called Good Morning Portland.
It's called Good Morning, Mikey. It's my wake up alarm.
Dude, there's a lot of cool shit on here. There's some David Guetta.
I'm not going to
There's
yuck your
some
yum,
Lil
but I would invite
Jon,
any of the people watching this right
some
now on YouTube to jump in
TLC.
our chat and yuck Mikey's yum right
There's
now.
some Khalees. There's a lot of Pitbull. Way too much Pitbull.
Oh no, I'm down for Mr. Worldwide,
Yeah,
Mr.
there's some
305.
Luda. There's some
Mr.
Far East
305.
movement. Some Lil Mama. Some Sierra.
So I'm just saying, I hate when people are bumping music.
Yeah,
on the
shit's
trail.
whack.
It drives me insane.
Mikey, if you had to give Kawhi Leonard, if you had to give him a Mr. name, what would you call him?
Like instead of like Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, Mr. 305.
Call Mr. Boring.
Mr. Boring?
Mr. Boring.
He's a
Actually, no, his game's actually not boring.
no. He's definitely like how about Mr. Low Key?
Mr. Low Key would be perfect.
Mr.
For
Low
Kawhi.
Key's tight. Like the what up shit is like hilarious. Wow.
Wow, what are you trying to draw the foul on that? No, I wouldn't say his game's boring because he has hit some like clutch shots that have like that fucking Game 7 shot against the Sixers was like.
But
oh
I
my
don't think you
gosh.
get like the nicknames aren't going to come off of that. The nicknames got to come off like personality, right? Or like consistent. Like Dame Time is like a thing because it's like he's like dummy clutch, right? I think you gotta if you're giving him a nickname, it's gotta be like like Mr.
Big Hands.
Mr. Big. He does have giant hands.
It's
I was
insane.
looking at photos of him. This is very coincidental. I was looking at photos of him today because who's the guy? Boban. Remember him?
Yeah, Boban Marjanovic.
I was sending. Actually, I posted a photo of him on the TL today.
He's on the on the Mavericks.
Wait,
now.
he's playing still?
He's still playing.
Good for him. He's got a goldfish commercial now about like a handful of goldfish. They're talking about it on a podcast I was listening to. So no, I said Boban. He kind of looks like Industry Cat. You've never met Industry Cat yet, huh?
No, I've not met Industry Cat,
Yeah.
and he puts a cat over all of his footage, so I don't
Not
really
anymore.
know.
No.
Oh, he's out there.
Yeah, he's in these streets. Look at Steve Ballmer.
Which arguably one of the best, funnest owners. I won't
Funnest
say
owners.
best.
Steve Ballmer doesn't really have like a filter.
Yeah.
You know, he just kind of goes off. I wish that he would, instead of owning the Clippers, I wish he would spend $1 billion for the league to add the Seattle team back, because he lives like in Seattle. But
Yeah. Do you think when Seattle gets a team again, do you think they go back to being the Sonics, or do you think they're a whole new name?
Is there precedent? Has there been a team that's gone away and then they brought them back like that?
I don't believe so, but I could be wrong.
Here's my reasoning. I think, and this is going to bookend with what I was saying before about the league, I think that they're going to give them a new name because it means that people will buy new shit. And it allows them to do what some of the other teams in the league do, which is they use their throwback jersey as the previous name.
Oh, yeah.
Now, it's unfortunate because for like the Wizards, they don't do that. Like they have the old Bullets jerseys,
Yeah, they don't wear
but
the
they
Bullets.
say Wizards on them.
Yeah.
What are the other ones? Like they never wore those MLPS or whatever it was jerseys for the Lakers, right? Those were just swingman like.
Yeah, that was when they were in Minneapolis before they moved to the Lakers, they wore those.
No, but I mean like they never wore them as a throwback jersey on the court.
I still
did
think
they?
that's so funny
Yeah, I know.
because it makes so much more sense that the Lakers were in Minneapolis.
Yeah. I mean, yo,
Or the North Stars.
I'm sorry,
were
the
in
Utah Jazz.
The New Orleans Jazz.
Yeah, that's like the hack thing to bring up, but I don't give a shit. Like,
No, it is.
there's
Where music is not allowed.
they should,
yeah,
yeah.
music is and fun.
It's like, oh yeah, jazz
Yeah.
music because you can't dance to it, so I guess it'll work here. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
The jazz is the devil's music.
No, I don't think they bring back the Supersonics. I think that I'm gonna be honest, the Kraken. I don't get it.
I thought that was cool.
I'm into it.
I thought it was kind of cool. Like, I mean, what else are they gonna name it? Like, it's
Here's
hockey. It's
Hold on.
hockey.
it's singular. Singular names are weird,
The Kraken.
especially.
The Kraken, one Kraken,
I know.
with multiple arms.
What if it was like
Kraken.
the New Orleans Pelican?
Well, that makes no sense. Pelicans travel in packs. We all know how pelicans fly.
What if it was the Gonzaga
I like it.
Bulldog?
I like it.
It would just be one bulldog.
Is it weirder to
What-
say Krakens? The Krakens?
The
No.
Krakens.
I bring up this singularity because
It's like the
strange.
mooses. The moose.
But
Moose.
here's here's the thing. There's no I like if you're creating a brand new team, I do believe that there should be some sort of association with the region.
Cleveland Browns.
Oh.
Is that what Corey just put?
Corey said Cleveland Browns. I don't know the etymology behind the Cleveland Browns. If
Just the laziest.
I mean
It's definitely the most underwhelming name to have.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why don't we just fuck? You guys are in Ohio.
are you keeping that same energy
Oh
if,
shit, you're in Cleveland.
if we're
Browns.
factoring in the Washington football team right now?
I think that's kind of sick.
Bjorn?
What's going on?
Washington
So
football
the
team.
formerly known as the Washington Redskins is
Okay.
now known as the Washington football team.
That's amazing.
I think they're
I-
gonna be the Washington. I don't think they're gonna think of anything else. Cause
Oh
fucking,
shit. Okay, Corey Wood says that the Browns went away and then they came back. And
Did
now
they?
it's
Oh.
Still the Cleveland Browns.
They did.
Okay, so they kept it.
Equally shitty name.
They
could've
kept.
Yeah,
they were
that's-
like,
They could have
they're
got
like,
rid of
we-
it. They had a chance.
I want to be a fly in
and
the
they
wall.
brought it back.
I want to be a fly in the wall in that meeting where it's just like, well, should we rename the team? And they're like, what are we going to come up with that's better than the Browns? And
What are
you're
we
like,
gonna go with?
Okay.
Yellows,
Okay. Browns is here.
blues.
What's better? And then they were like, I don't know, like drunk assholes, and, like fucking all this shit. And then it was just like, you know what? Let's settle for the
Jesus.
Browns.
Like,
Let's
we-
settle for the Browns.
So hold on. I want to get back to like there is a like laundry list of shit that you could drop for Seattle. Are you?
Okay. It's Corey says they moved to Baltimore and became the Ravens.
Yeah. So
Oh, and then they were awarded another franchise, probably.
So then they expanded the league back into a market that was existing.
Which Ohio has enough shitty football teams. Why would you need 2 at one time?
You know, both football and baseball to me are the team. Like those are the.
I will
leagues-
say Cincinnati has cool jerseys.
Yeah.
The Tiger, what are they? The Bengals.
The Bengals.
The Bengals. Their helmets are cool. I like their helmets.
I'm gonna keep this shit 1 million with y'all. My entire knowledge of football teams and baseball teams is like a direct result of playing, I don't know, like late 90s video games. So
Yeah.
and seeing like the little like quarter machine vending things
Well,
where you
like-
can buy like the little crappy NFL helmets.
I mean, NFL is like arguably like one of the most uncreative fucking things ever. The Cardinals in Arizona. I've never fucking seen a Cardinal in Arizona. Like, why did they have to keep that name?
I always forget that's a real animal. Like you see one, you're like, whoa.
Whoa, it's a
Oh,
fucking
okay.
yeah, but
I
you
thought
don't.
You just
You,
meant in general.
but
I'm
I
like,
can
Cardinals.
guarantee
bird,
you,
man.
you've never.
No, I know, but whenever I
never
see
seen-
one, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, they're real.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I mean, I think I see Blue Jays all the time, but someone's like, "Oh, that's some other bird," and I'm like, "No, it's a Blue Jay.
Yeah,
It's
it looks
blue,
like a blue
and
jay.
it's I
You're
don't
like,
know,
bird blue.
bird blue."
We're done here.
I'm
What did you think of speaking of hockey teams? What did you think of the Golden Knights? My
I
team.
don't, dude. I don't think about hockey.
I know you don't.
like,
I thought the Golden Knights is sick, and I will say something that will probably upset all my football fans that are probably definitely listening, just not on YouTube. I can't wait for the Raiders to change their colors to gold and black.
Golden black.
wait, is that a thing?
Are they doing that?
No, so that's
Or
what
like a
that's my
throwback
joke.
Jersey?
No, that's
Like-
that's my joke at them because they already have the Golden Knights,
Yeah.
which was Las Vegas's first professional franchise.
Right.
Golden brown, golden
Golden
black,
Browns.
golden brown. No, golden black are their colors, so
The
it makes
Idaho
sense.
Golden brown.
So it makes sense that the football team moving there would naturally join the colors that make the most sense for that area, which the Raiders are golden or black and silver. So it makes sense. What they're gonna go golden black soon. And then all their fucking old merch is just gonna go skyrocket through the roof for like value. This is like a long like Illuminati type shit thing
Yeah.
that I've been calling, but I've just
It's a
been making,
theory. It's a
I've just
theory.
been making fun of it. I'm like, man, I can't wait till the Raiders change their colors
I
because
wish-
it's Las Vegas.
You're just spreading that.
Well, it's Las Vegas. Like it makes the most sense that they're gonna change the fucking colors.
I thought that the Golden Knights was a stupid name at first, and then I was like,
And then
"Ah,
they went
I'm into
I
it."
think it's a
really
stupid
deep
name.
into the playoffs.
I
And
think
then they made it to the Stanley on their first.
Yeah,
on their
did they go to the
inaugural season.
cup?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went to a bunch of their games too, and the part that was cool about it and why, because I was there, I lived there, and I like went to a bunch of the games. What was rad to me was the first few games I went to, it was mostly the opposing team's fans, and then they were just decimating these teams, and everyone was like slowly switching over, and then by the end of the season, it was like more local, more Golden
Yeah.
Knights fans, which it was just kind of cool to see because at first there was like nobody wearing jerseys. It would just be like I went to, I think it was like a I don't know, like a Rangers or somebody. It was just like a sea of the other team,
Yeah.
and there was no fans of the home team, and then to switch.
That's
to,
like what Arizona. That's what Cardinals games used to be.
really.
Yeah, I remember I went to like my first football game, and whoever gave me and my friend the tickets did not tell us that we were on the opposing side.
Oh, okay.
So we went and we were playing the Steelers, and basically we show up in Cardinals gear
Yeah.
on the opposing side, 50-yard line, and all these people are like laughing at us, like just like having like poking, like no one's being mean or anything, and because I'm like super young, so they're not gonna
Yeah.
be total assholes to a kid. And then eventually some dude comes up to us like, nobody told you, huh? And we're like, what? They're like, there's like sides.
yeah, but that's like your thing now. You're the guy who shows up at the home arena in
Yeah,
the
that-
away
and
team
then that-
jerseys, and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, suck my dick, you idiot.
Yeah, and I'm courtside
Yeah. God damn it.
Courtside in your son's gear.
in my son's gear because no one
Throwback
talks
Suns.
shit down there. You get more trouble down there. If
Yeah.
if I sat at 300 level, oh my god,
Bro,
the
No one's,
You're
no one's
gonna put
afraid
on
of
your
getting
hoodie.
kicked out of the $18 seats. Okay,
I know
Like,
that's why I don't sit up there. I'm afraid of getting hassled
oh,
up there.
Hold on, time out, bro. Are you trying to go in on tickets with me or what?
What? Oh yeah, I'm trying to go.
I got the plug.
I'm trying to. When the Suns come to town, I'm going.
No. I mean season tickets.
Oh, season tickets?
I think what I'm going to try to do, I don't know if I talked about this on air before, but there's a bunch of people that are trying to get tickets. The problem is, we got a pigeon. We got a pigeon in the game. This is such a dull fucking game to watch.
Yeah, I know. They're not even up by 15
It
yet.
is that what that's called when the ball?
That
goes
is a
up there?
pigeon. When the ball goes above the backboard and gets stuck
Then they have to-
behind the
they have to get,
backboard,
like,
and
a
then they have to
mop.
get the mop thing to poke it out. This shit is
Which
so
is-
funny.
Why
It's
do they
good.
not
It-
have another ball?
Well, it's because
have-
there's one game ball.
Yeah.
It's just funny because it's like no matter like how old you are or anything, if it gets stuck up there, oh shit, you gotta get the stick.
Yeah, guys, get this. Yeah.
Yeah, get the tall guy and get the stick, dude.
Yeah, because wedgies, you can just pop them. You can jump up and pop them out. But like, yeah, I just love the fact that they don't like have a lever
Yeah.
in the backboard or something.
There's not
yeah,
like-
there's not
yeah.
like a mechanism where it's like, we got a pigeon, okay, and then pop it out. Now, here's the one thing I will say
Or
about
like
this
a
shit.
ramp, like for real pigeons. You know how they have like spikes everywhere?
Oh.
Like, why don't they just put like a bar in there that makes
Yeah,
it
one bar
not
would-
get
It,
stuck?
yeah.
You know what? I don't know what the numbers are like. I mean, I think this season. Now I've watched not a ton of games. I watched an average amount, I guess. I don't know. I've seen 3, I think this year. That's the 3rd one that I've seen. Like it's relatively rare, which would explain why they don't have a mechanism to alleviate
Yeah.
the issue. I would love to see. So we've talked about like, how you get a pop from the home team when they hit 100 points and they get the Nuggets or whatever. If you ever watch Blazers like broadcast games, or not broadcast, but like the NBC Sports Northwest with like
Does everyone have their own cooler?
for
Are they all?
Yeah.
They just did a close up of somebody.
I
and
think
they
that's a
each
COVID
have like
thing.
their own.
I think it's a
cooler.
COVID thing.
Yeah,
And
COVID
they have names
restrictions.
on
Like
them.
where the normal floor seats are. It's just all the teams.
Which
Yes.
I would be sitting right behind that Gatorade cooler.
I was
cheering
gonna
for-
say so.
screaming at Devin Booker.
They do the Moda assists, where like for every assist in the game,
Yeah, they donate, like,
Moda
3
donates
trees.
$20 to local playground funds or some shit like that, and that's cool because there's like a lot of assists
Fix
per game.
the Laurelhurst court.
Sure, talk to your folks in Parks
Dear
and Rec about
Moda.
it. But I want like if there's a wedgie, we're gonna donate $5,000. If there's a pigeon, we're gonna donate $5,000 to like the Portland Audubon Society.
Ooh.
That would be so sick. Like I want the crowd to go fucking apeshit when like these oddball things happen. Like I'm trying to think what are some other ones? Like a kickball. Like if there's a kickball in the game, they should donate money to like a local futsal court or something.
Rose City futsal.
What are like some other like
What
weird?
about a flagrant too?
A flagrant. I mean, flagrant.
I got jokes.
I just.
I got jokes and I'm not gonna make them.
Yeah, I went.
I'm not
I
gonna
went
make 'em.
some pretty far. In my head, I was like, "Whoa!" I don't want to support
Yep.
that, but it would be cool if they donated it to charities that dealt. in
Charities.
those
Yep. Charities.
areas.
There we go. What are some other things that happen in the game?
Anytime the shortest people have to jump ball,
Oh,
like specifics.
that's
like
a
let's
really niche one where you're like the shortest person in that team's roster is in a jump ball scenario.
both guys,
Okay.
both shortest guys on the floor.
Oh wait, both of them?
Yeah.
That's never gonna happen,
That happens all the time.
does it?
Happened in the All-Star game.
So what do they do?
We donate $10,000 to.
See, you're drifting back into problematic territory, and we're not
My-
going to cancel
my brain-
on week 4 of
My
the show.
brain wants to go problematic, but my mind is telling me no.
That's right.
But my
Bro,
body.
quoting R. Kelly.
Quoting
Like,
R. Kelly is not helpful.
you're not doing yourself any favors. You're not doing
Fuck.
yourself any favors.
What did he really do? I'm joking. I know exactly what he did. He did a lot of fucking horrible shit. Fuck R. Kelly. But that is
couple
it's,
documentaries,
oh god
like,
damn it!
in,
I
Here,
fucking
I'll
hate-
get you off the hook a little bit. I still have the Alzheimer's board in my closet right now.
Oh god damn!
I also still own all of the merch. It's actually in another room in
By
this
the way,
building.
are we gonna just put out the? We should just put out a camera on board to offset the R. Kelly board. It's camera on the phone. The pink. We just silhouette it out, cut it out, get it down, and done.
I never got
Moneymaker.
one of those ones.
I don't think it's not. I don't think anyone's done a camera on board.
The pink Cameron thing's dead. IMO.
I don't know. I went over to my
That shit is
friend's.
fucking played.
I went over to my friend's house. And he has a full camera on shower curtain, so I don't think it's.
Yeah,
that
I mean they did, and they made socks and then the big homie Chaz did the Bart as Cameron as pink Cameron.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Shout out to him. That was like the first time I knew someone who made something and then the internet stole it from him and just like went hog wild, and he's like sitting like not holding the bag because he didn't make any fucking money off the shit. Also, I don't know that he should because he's just like using a bunch of IP.
I mean, it's already
theft to begin.
Yeah,
with.
it's already created stuff that you just kind of plug into.
Yeah,
that stuff. It's
anyway,
it's like when Girl Talk made that album that was just a bunch of other. Yeah, any of the music he made.
And then toured it.
Yeah, I mean he's a DJ.
I mean, yeah. What do we expect from DJ? Although this little Mayo take of Cameron is pretty tight. For grip.
No comment. Are you a graphic grip guy?
I'm a shake junk guy.
Is that an Arizona thing? What
I've
the
never
fuck,
had
man?
A shake jump.
Let me tell you,
keep
it's
it
the
that way.
superior grip.
What
Is it?
is superior about it?
It's I believe it's I don't know. It's either that. Okay, so realistically, okay. Let me explain myself.
Please do.
Jessup fucking sucks. Wears out too quickly. Mob too sticky. Don't like it. Black Magic, the superior grip tape. Shake Junt on par.
What about M80?
I don't even know what that is, so it does not
the,
exist.
It's the Mob Jessup.
The Mob Jessup? Oh, haven't tried it.
It's like lower grit than their regular shit.
Okay. Also, Black Magic did come out with a pre-sanded, lower grit kind of thing.
Yeah.
That was really good. I think Black Magic is the greatest grip, and Shake Junt is second.
Yeah, but when you buy, so I think I could understand that if you could buy just Shake Junt black grip.
Yeah, but how do people know? And I want people to know.
What
What
does a sheet of Shake Junt cost? $8?
Wait. Hang on.
$8.50.
What do you want people to know?
That's
You
what's
shake-
up.
Oh, that's what's up.
I'm so glad that I waited like a half second to take my sip. Because I already.
Oh man, I should have waited. I should have timed that out better.
Oh,
No,
man.
I don't know.
Whoa, hold on. We got a fucking basketball
Yeah,
game. on our
it's
hands
getting
here.
It's starting to
game.
get a little tight.
All right,
Don't
we're in
look
single
behind
digits.
you.
3-point lead.
Here, because
No, I think the
game's
benches
a little
are,
behind what we.
the
what
benches
I'm
are
looking
letting it in. No, yeah, Shake Junt just lets you know that's what's up. I just like
Other acceptable answers would have been the chicken bone.
now a
thing.
song.
Yeah.
Chicken bone now a song.
Man.
Kill yourself.
Yeah, that one's probably gotten
I mean-
aged out.
That one got That comment got dropped from Lululemon.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah, he told someone
Ah.
said some shit to him on Instagram, and he said kill yourself.
Yeah.
And then Lulu was like,
And then Lulu was like,
"That ain't the Lulu."
yo,
way."
yeah,
It's
that's
not emblematic of
yo,
one of our brand
we can't
ambassadors.
you can't wear our tights anymore.
You can't wear
Yo,
tights anymore.
not gonna lie, the Lulu plug would be fucking incredible.
Yeah, I'm sure they pay amazing.
More importantly, they make nice shit, and I don't want to pay for it. And I'm telling you, okay, yo, a little leak for the 3 people watching right now. I'll say this to you. I ordered a whole lot of shit for us to make some cool shit.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
I was wondering what these poor fiscal decisions were.
very poor fiscal decisions. Basically, and this is like what I've always done. This is why I have 72 R. Kelly shirts in the other room that I paid to make and then now are just wasted money.
eBay.
You know what though? I can't.
kind of want one.
You don't. I can't
My
sell them on
mind is telling
eBay
me no.
because then I'm going to be providing R. Kelly merch. And I'll tell you what, this shit is fire. I will be providing
Explain
R.
it.
Kelly merch
Give me
to
a
bad
visual.
people. Okay,
Oh, you
so
could troll it to people. That's a good idea. Just send it to people.
no.
Could send it to
No, the
you could
plan-
send it to Joe Rogan.
The plan is that I'm just gonna like blast over the graphic with other screen printing. So
Gotcha.
save $2 on the shirts that I'm never gonna use again. No, the issue. So I should say this. I had parallel thoughts because I think like 2 years after I made these, Alzheimer's made the exact same graphic.
yeah.
And basically, I used to be a KJ, like karaoke DJ?
I know what that is. My first job in Portland, I was a
Oh, that's right,
doorman
at the
at a
Ambassador.
karaoke bar at the
Yeah.
Ambassador.
I drove by the other day. I thought of you.
Oh, yeah. Great
so
Chinese food.
What I did was I just made a black T-shirt and I replicated the musician, or I can't remember the name of the karaoke. You know, they have like Songfly and like Musician's Choice and all that shit.
Yeah, there's a bunch
So
of
it's like the
brands.
title screen and it's like Ignition remix in the style of R. Kelly, and on the back it was a clip of It's the Frequent Weekend, Baby About to Have Me Some Fun, but it was done like, you know how the words change color as it scrolls, so
Yeah.
it's like scrolling, and it's like, and it's a karaoke shirt. Somebody told me at one point that it was the coolest thing that they had ever seen me make, which was kind of like a low-key backhanded diss. I was like, yo, I just like
I've been making shit for like 20 years.
no, I was like, cool, man, you're most impressed by me downloading the fucking karaoke file and just copying it and replicating it. And I didn't say that because I was wild fucking buns at this point in my life, and the person was bigger than me. I was afraid they're going to beat me up. So anyway, I have all those shirts in the other room. This shit's not going to pan out like that. But what I will tell you I'm a little concerned about is we've had this conversation, me, you, and Riley on Twitter. Shout out to Riley in Toronto. We were
Raps
talking
Twitter.
about you are a 5-inch inseam jogger while basketball type of guy.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a short shorts guy.
Well, you're stoked. You are going to be hyped. How do you feel about the San Francisco Warriors?
Doesn't move the needle on me.
Okay, well, that's good that you don't dislike them, because we're going to have some items that are going to come in a Warriors colorway. Not by choice. It was just like the other colors were not that fire. We were going to have a red and black, very Portland inspired.
Yeah.
And then there's I think it's a black and white. Mostly black with like white accent.
Mhm.
And I think that you're going to be excited. I think that, like, let me put it like this. No shade to the big homie Jamie up in Seattle. But I think my comment was, I saw some people buying them Palace shits, which gave me like a little bit of hope that, like, if I made some wild shit, there'd be at least like a handful of people out there that'd be like, I fuck with the vision.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a little bit of money. It's not going to be Palace money. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Big. That shit was fucking pricey.
Was it? How much was?
I think it was like 200 for the set.
for the kit.
Yeah.
I almost wore the purple sweatsuit tonight. I'll wear it next. No.
I went to go buy at least the jersey, and it was already sold out by the time I got there.
That's good because you'll get some better shit. As you can tell, I'm not wearing my new Damian Lillard jersey today.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
I'm saving it for next week because the Blazers are on next week. I figured it's only fair.
Which jersey did you get?
I told you I got the
City? The Spirit
no.
of Oregon?
Oh, you think I bought a Blazers jersey? No.
Oh, that one.
I got a Weber State
Yeah,
jersey.
the Weber State.
Yeah. Some whack ass college in Utah.
Is that in Utah?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that sucks.
Yo,
Damian
people-
Lillard, your college experience probably sucked.
No, it's probably tight as fuck. He was like the big dog on campus. He played 4 years there.
In Utah.
Oh, I got mad things to say right now, and I'm not going to say them on mic. Basically, it's
Utah
like
fucks.
no, it wasn't Utah that I was going to.
Girls in Utah.
I was going to say it's a Utah school that's not University of Utah, which is fine. They got some cool shit. It's not BYU, which is the biggest one. Like if Dame went to BYU and played for 4 years, and someone was like, "Yo, you want a Dame BYU jersey?" I'd be like, "No, I'm good." Like, and as a matter of
I
fact,
don't think there's anyone that ever played for BYU where I'd be like, you know what? I want that jersey.
bro, I mentioned this to you on a previous stream. Your boy almost played in a BYU jersey.
Yeah, you told me. I don't think I'd get your volleyball jersey.
Whew, dodged a bullet.
Yeah, you did.
Speaking of bullets, here we go. 3-point lead. Denver up 3. They have led. I might pull up the differential real quick. They've led by pretty much double digits all night. Like, this game was not close. Well, I guess, like, I don't know. It depends on your definition of close. And now.
I put him to win by 15, and now I'm eating my words.
Yeah. I mean, you know, wilder things have happened, but. Oh, man. Hold on. All right. So, oh, shit.
I hate that Nicholas Batum is like.
I can't believe Nick Batum's still in the league.
Yeah,
And I'm not
too.
saying he shouldn't be, I'm saying like he was like a dude.
He was
when
old.
when I was like watching ball when I was younger, he was in the league and he was like popping. And any of those players, like, I mean, Melo is what 18th year in the league.
Yeah.
But the difference is like Melo was like great heights, and it's clear that he's like in the twilight of his career.
Will Barton with a fucking.
Nick Batum is younger than Melo, I believe.
He's just aged horribly.
He looks like old ass Tony
slow.
Parker.
He looks slow, and he's aged like a French man. He's aged like a baguette, which means you have to eat it in the day you buy it, or else it's bad.
Bro, I got a half a baguette upstairs, and
it's gonna be bad if you don't eat it tonight.
Where am I? I'm trying to find the little thing that shows. Anyway, whatever, doesn't matter. So what we got on the screen right now is still a 3-point game. I'm gonna close this out because now I'm actually gonna get. This is, unfortunately, I had a sneaking suspicion that tonight was gonna kind of go this way. Two teams
Jokic just got blocked by
Really?
Zubac.
Interesting. Two teams that I care about because they're in the Western Conference, so it matters like to how my team is gonna end up. But I mean, have we even seen what's his name's not playing? JaVale.
No, I don't think he's worked his way in the system yet.
That's legitimately the one thing I was looking forward to tonight was seeing JaVale McGee play for the Nuggets again, and I'm a little
Do
disappointed.
you think he got his old number back?
I don't know. Couldn't say. I couldn't tell you what his old number was.
I don't know either. I think it was like 0 or no, it wasn't 0.
JaVale McGee was like.
It's crazy that 0 has become like a thing in like the last 5 years.
0's a cool number, man.
No, it's cool. I just think it's funny. Like it was literally. I think Damian Lillard was the first person I know with the 0.
Nope.
Who was
Agent
yours?
0.
Oh, Gilbert Arenas.
Mhm.
Okay.
Gilbert, fucking crazier than a shithouse rat Arenas. Oh my God, my man, like he was keeping people on their toes because he was like on some oddball shit, but then they're like, P.S. there was a gun in Gilbert Arenas' locker, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, remember John Wall had to play with him and was like the young buck, and Gilbert Arenas was like the old vet. I'm just like, oh man, like. That's like being like the young skate dude hanging out with like the sketchy 27-year-old, and you're just like,
they're hanging at the Shake Junt house.
See, I'm glad that you have the appreciation to use Shake Junt grip, but then also like understand the Shake Junt.
Well,
vibe.
it was either that house or the LE house. Which, if you've looked at how Nick Trapasso skates now, it's sad. I'm sorry.
Does Nick Trapasso still skate? I thought he was just doing juice.
Still skates, and I'm sorry, Nick. Drugs are bad, guys.
Yeah, well, I know. I mean, like fucking steroids. Wasn't he like a roid head?
No, I think
Who
that
am I
was
thinking of?
Sinner.
No. Who's the guy who used to beef with Beeble?
Nick Dompierre.
Dompierre is who I'm thinking of. Yeah,
Which,
might be.
yeah, very different. Very different, because Nick Dompierre had an amazing opportunity on an amazing team and posed or got a cover with a trick he never landed, but it was Trans World, so that's why it didn't really matter.
Drag him, yes. So who do you want? I know you said Nuggets by 15, but who do you want to win?
I'd like the Nuggets to win.
I think I need to consult the standings again.
I need the Clippers to lose because they're the closest to the Suns.
I need
I mean, ideally, I need both these teams to lose, but one's got to win. I'm hoping Nugs.
I think that if the Nuggets win, that puts them above because we're tied with the Nuggets right now. I think that would put them definitively in the 5 spot, and that would make us a solid 6. Because we're pretty much completely tied. I don't know how the matchup goes. How about Blazers on a 4-game win streak?
I mean, I remember my first 4-game win streak.
Mikey.
I'm sorry. This is the first year the Suns have been good in 10 years. I'm going to be loud as fuck about it.
Let me put it like this. If the Clippers lose...
I had to watch Zoran Dragic play real minutes in fucking Portland in a blowout. I'm going to be loud about this.
It doesn't have to be an either or, Mikey. You could root for the home team, and when I say the home team, I mean the Suns, because that's your home team. That's like that's your spiritual home team.
Until you change your plates.
Well, it looks like they're.
I had Oregon plates until this car.
They're opening this shit right back up. We got an 8-point lead. Nuggets up 8 with 1:42 left.
Did you get the car given to you or something?
Yeah, my sister gave me the car.
Okay, I was like, how did you go from?
It was like one of those
living in Oregon and then later getting a.
It was one of those things. I had a car. I got in an accident, just didn't have a car, and then biked everywhere. And then I got in a bike accident, broke my shoulder, and then my sister was like, "Yo, let me buy you like a cheap ass car." I was like, "Yeah, sure." And now it's just cheaper to keep renewing the tags versus paying to
get the new ones.
to do the whole Oregon thing. It costs like $300. It's like $75, $300.
I'm about to snitch you out.
Hey, man.
You're why my roads aren't paved.
No, there's a lot. We can blame Tevis for this.
I don't want my roads paved. Don't pave my roads, Tevis. We got another 10-point game. 1 minute left. I think this thing is wrapped up. I think Denver's going to take it.
They are too. I'm also looking at. Oh wait, no, it's the same now. We got 1 minute.
Yeah, Will Barton with the steal.
Yeah.
I think the Nuggets are looking good.
Well, so this is interesting. This now makes the Clippers and the Nuggets tied, because Nuggets were back 5. Or sorry, Nuggets are back 7, and Clippers were back 5. So this should bring them in. And I think. So this is strange. I am not a statistician. Is that the right word to use?
Statistician.
Statistician? No, statistician is like the person who like pops pimples and shit, I think.
No, statistician.
That's an esthetician.
Esthetician.
I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so if they normalize at 6 behind and the Lakers are 6.5 behind, does that mean that the Clippers actually are then tied for 3rd, Lakers 4th, Blazers 5th? No. They're tied for 3rd, Lakers 5th, Blazers 6th.
Yeah.
Call us up, 1-800-9797. 223-9797. Let us know how stats work. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
How many games are left in the season for these teams? There's
72 games, so we're at like 15 left.
This is going to put them at just like 20, just over 20, because Clippers going into tonight were 32-17. So
that's 49.
Yeah. So 23 games left. 72 games this season.
Yeah. So we're in crunch time.
Yeah, we waited to the end of the stream, to the end of the 3-hour stream, to start doing mental math. Shout out to everybody that's still watching. And actually, big shout out to everybody that's watching. Y'all are the true heroes out here.
Yeah.
Putting up with us, like, basically not paying attention to a basketball game. It's gonna be interesting when, like,
it wasn't a very interesting game.
Yeah,
No,
and like, the fact of the matter is, I said this before, I don't have a deep knowledge about either of these teams, so you're not gonna get a whole lot of insight on mine.
All I know is I like the old Denver Nuggets jerseys better.
Yeah.
The rainbow ones?
Yeah, the rainbow ones. I like that one.
They have been doing takes on those, but
I
they made it like a
kinda like
red
that
one
one.
this year.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't that good.
I like the new logo. I think the new logo's cool.
Yeah.
But not the one that's in the center chest, like the one that's on the shorts.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know.
That's on there.
Yes.
Yeah, that
that's the
logo's
one that I
cool.
threw up.
Yeah.
The colors are good. That's why I'm like bummed that they're wearing these like road whites, I guess. Fuck the Clippers.
Yeah, fuck the Clippers.
Hating ass PG.
I really can't wait till the Clippers play the Blazers in the playoffs, though.
Oh man, I would love to see Paul George get eliminated from the playoffs by Damian Lillard again. Oh man, bad shot my ass. You know what? That's one of those things where, like, even if you're right, you're wrong. Like, when you're like, bad shot. Sure, man. Whatever. It splashed. Like,
yeah, and that was the thing is I even took that series. I picked the Thunder to win by
in like 5 or something.
I think 5, yeah. And Blazers outperformed. I was surprised. Thunder was a much better team overall.
Yeah.
They just did not click.
I mean, that's the playoffs, though, man. That's like, and again, that goes back to the kind of ongoing conversation we've been having about the importance of like playoff experience on a team. Like you can have a bunch of hot boys that are really like strong, but if they don't understand that like playoff basketball is different than regular season basketball, they're gonna get chewed up and spit out.
Oh yeah, I don't think people understand the. I don't think people understand the nuances of playoff basketball.
I think that things change. And I mean that's the whole thing. That's the infamous quote of LeBron is like regular season games don't matter. And it's like for LeBron, that's true. And and again, going back to our MVP conversation, like that's why I don't really like him as the MVP, because he is a dude who just plays to get in the playoffs and then lights shit up. Like,
but I mean, he doesn't just play to get into the playoffs. He like destroys to get to the playoffs. Like he's still averaging like what? And this is off the top of my head. You can double check this. I think it's 26.8, 7.6, and 6.8.
let me pull up the old basketballreference.com.
That's those are rough.
What'd you say? 20?
26.8, 7 point.
Oh, there's JaVale right there. Looking weird as hell. 26.8 points per game.
Whoa, I was right.
No,
No.
I'm repeating this. 26.8. And then what was the others?
I already forgot. 7.8, 7.4.
Assistant or assist?
Assists 7.4, and then rebounds I'll put like 8.6.
Let's see where LeBron's sitting at for 25.4 points a game. Assists 7.9.
So I was off by 1 point.
Total rebounds 7.9.
Okay.
So he's got 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 25
I
points
mean,
per game.
those are great numbers.
They're good.
You put those numbers on any team, and you want that.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad.
No, of course not. And what's his percentage like?
51, 37, 70.
Ugh.
70 is like the most laughable shit.
Yeah.
Everything else, 51,
Well,
30,
it's-
37.
You never. It's funny because like he gets on the free throw line, and you're never like, oh yeah, these are he's got these.
Yeah, you're always kind of like, eh. All right, final score. Nuggets up 7 over the Clippers. So,
I was half right.
yeah, sure. I'll give it to you.
I'll
Sure.
take that one.
Let me see how quick they update this shit, because I want to see how this shakes out. What this means for the standings.
I don't think they update it for like a minute or two.
Yo, the gambling websites update that shit immediately. It's tight.
You probably have to go to the gambling one for that one to be updated. Then.
Probably. Well, we'll check this shit out. Maybe I'll talk some nonsense about it later. So yeah, no, next week we're gonna get back to channel surfing, and remind me who the Suns play.
No, Blazers, Jazz,
Oh yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
Suns, Clippers.
Oh, I am looking forward to that. If y'all, dude, if we could finish Jazz, Suns, Blazers, and then the rest of the field, if that could be going into the playoffs, I'd be so stoked.
Yeah. I'm just happy to be a part of the playoffs again, to be honest. It's been a long fucking 10 years.
After last year's bubble shit, like, yeah, I could feel that.
Oh my God. The bubble shit, especially having your heart broken on a Chris LeVert. My roommate's partner, he is a Blazers fan. So when that last
Sounds
game,
like a solid dude.
when that last game happened, when I had to watch the Brooklyn versus Blazers game, I opted to watch it at my photo studio, so I would not.
Oh my-
He
so you
would
didn't
not
have to deal with him.
So not so I wouldn't have to deal with him, but just so he wouldn't have to deal with me rooting for the Brooklyn Nets to beat the Blazers, so the Suns could make it into the play-in. So I watched the whole game. It was I'm like at my studio. I'm just screaming at my computer, and then it came down to the Chris LeVert like driving like layup or not even layup. It was like a floater, and I was just like, "Fuck."
Floaters are the wackest shots in the league. Yes, I said it. I hate the shits.
It's funny because last night I got a couple up, and I was like, and then I airballed them all, and I was like, yeah, I don't got that one yet.
Oh my god. All right. Well, shit. We'll be back next week. Trying to think of anything. Keep your eyes peeled for stuff coming in a couple weeks. It's gonna be a while. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give myself a while before I start leaking any stuff, but you might be able to get some samples in like a week or two. It's gonna be some interesting stuff. We'll say that. That's gonna do it for me.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you tuned in for the whole thing,
Yeah, shout out to if you tuned in for the whole thing, hit us up.
I feel like one person probably watched the whole thing.
I'm surprised we didn't get any chat love from our boy Slim. Maybe Slim's got something to do.
Yeah,
tonight.
Slim, what are you doing? You on a date? you going out eating?
I hope not, dude. There's a fucking pandemic going on.
Yeah, there's
Get that
there's a
shit to
pandemic.
go.
Stop doing that.
All right, we're gonna get out of here.